It's Wednesday! You know what that means? AEW Dynamite is live from Phoenix, Arizona as we bring you our coverage tonight on Maximum Carnage, headlined by MJF defending the AEW Men's World Championship against the most wanted, the Ring of Honor World Champion Bandido. Oh boy, do we have a hot card for you here tonight from the desert. We also see the return of Kenny by God Omega, and the women take trios action in the tournament. Kris, Statlander, the Bears of Wrath take on the Triangle of Madness, Thekla, Skye Blue, and Julia Hart, who have their eyes on everyone's prizes. We also, again, as I will say, Kenny Omega wants to go one last ride. We hear the battle cry. Can the cleaner take one step closer to one last run as the AEW Men's World Champion? And we will also crown number one contenders in the fatal four-way for a future shot. FTR, Young Bucks versus the Gates Vanity versus Jet Speed versus the Don Callis' family's newest recruit, Jack Doyle, and of course, Mark Davis. But coming up next, Darby Allin seeks freedom, and the only face similar to him in that is the bastard Pac of the Death Riders. As we kick action off here tonight on AEW Dynamite. Thank you all for tuning in so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You want to dictate the conversation? Super chat, pay up as simple as that. Why are we going backstage Samoa Joe to kick things off here?
Because it's never quite enough to deal with fools.
Well, Samoa Joe knows that Heyman and Page will stand as an obstacle towards him getting back to the AEW World Championship, so I wonder if he has a plan.
He needs to prepare himself tonight.
A trios task must be defended.
So what do I do?
A bounty?
I just got the bounty thing, so you're like 2 seconds ahead of me.
I'm gonna pause. I got you.
Whoa! Oh shit!
Bounty Hunter Brian King.
I got my first taste of you 3 years ago.
Yeah, about to say that was their first encounter.
Make it personal and make some money.
I thought it was business, though.
Hey, why not handle personal business and get paid, huh?
I suppose that's true. But speaking of personal, it doesn't get more personal than this. We go down to the Dapper Yapper Justin Roberts for our first match. Again, folks, we do this for the biggest shows, specials, pay-per-views, PLEs across all things wrestling, AEW at our most happiest, WWE, TNA, ROH, GCW, JCW, that's Jersey Championship Wrestling, HOG, and so much more. And thank you all for tuning into our coverage tonight of Maximum Carnage, what's going to be a wild night. You see right now, Darby Allin's looking for his first win against the bastard Pac. Walter, it's their third singles encounter. The last time these two faced each other, of course, was back at Full Gear, and it took the Death Riders to aid the bastard that allowed Pac to beat Darby Allin. As Darby Allin has beaten every Death Rider except the bastard, looking to seek freedom tonight on his way to becoming AEW World Champion.
Darby's 1-0 so far in 2026. Here comes the bastard.
Bastard Pac, of course, coming off that trios win this past Collision against Skyflight alongside Daniel Garcia and Willow as we go to Renee Paquette to hype up this match. Standing room only, by the way, in this building. Look at that.
Woo, that's what I'm going to deal with in April.
I'm jealous, and I hope you enjoy.
One of the events we're going to is standing room only.
No, that's fair. And again, you see the Death Riders escorting Pac to the ring. As John Moxley says, Darby Allin asked for this, and Pac also echoed, whatever happens, this is on you, kid. Remember, it was Darby Allin that pushed the issue for Pac to face him after threatening to break his ankle in a door. Pac was saying that you have no control over me, and I do not need to work with you anymore, petulant child, because I've already beaten you. So Darby Allin forced the issue.
And remember, this isn't a continental match. There's no continental rules, so Death Riders will be around. Although he said, I got this.
You were saying, Walter? I mean, I've got all the comments in the world as he should. Let's not forget, again, Pac knows how to beat Darby Allin. Darby Allin has yet to beat this bastard. As far as Darby Allin's concerned, until he does so, he will never be free of this Death Rider dark cloud that's, oh, God!
Holy shit!
What the fuck?
Dude, he broke him in half. I think he got hurt. You saw that?
Well, I was about to also say, here's the danger of this match, Walter. Both these men will absolutely do anything to destroy one another.
Dude, usually somebody does that to Darby right off the rip that he's not expecting. He started off crazy.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, again, how far are you willing to go in the name of your own freedom? That's what's on Darby Allin's mind tonight, clearly.
We haven't even been in the ring yet, so technically the match hasn't started.
You would be correct. I believe the bell is not rung as Paul Turner's trying to get both these men back inside the ring area as they're amongst the All Elite Fleet. Again, thank everybody that is tuning in. As if you use the hashtag AEW Dynamite, be part of the conversation. But also, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend we do at the Simple Lava Studios as we bring you coverage of AEW. Again, the headline tonight, MJF will defend the AEW World Championship against Bandido, a first time ever one-on-one encounter. And Darby Allin right now, Pac going up into the high-risk district, high above the audience in section 4, way above the balcony area.
Paul Turner, he has lost control before the match even started.
Well, think about this, Walter. Remember, the reason Pac was out on injury in the first place was due to his ankle. There's a reason why he was unable to defend the AEW Trios Championships. And the fact that Darby Allin looked to re-exploit that, it had to send Pac over the deep end.
Now, Darby's focus for him to jive, I don't think I've ever seen him that heated in focus where he starts off the match like that.
And Darby Allin, of course, the forward aggressor, similar shades of what he did, of course, to John Moxley. Let's not forget, when Pac came back, Darby Allin's going to do it against John Moxley in that coffin match at AEW All Out. Now Darby Allin looking down upon the bastard from up high. Coffin drop!
We might not even get a match at this rate.
Yeah, well, either way, he just crushed the bastard.
This match hasn't started. This might not even get to be an official match. They might go all over the arena and never get in the ring.
Well, I guess it's any consolation. At least that's carpet out there. But to your point, we are nowhere near the ringside area. You might as well turn this to Falls Count anywhere.
Exactly. I think they're working their way back down the stairs now.
Yeah, I think Pac wants nothing to do with this up in, let's be honest here, this is where Darby Allin has the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You see Darby Allin with some redness, though, with that reckless abandonment after diving against Pac against the barricade, to your point, trying to cripple the former AEW All-Atlantic Champion's back.
Pac is just running. He ain't going in the ring.
At this point right now, Darby Allin's been nothing but the aggressor. Sidestep, though, Finn. Oh, God. Rebound German up the barricade.
Holy shit. That was like doing the 21 that Bandido does without the ropes.
Yeah, exactly. There was no bounce back off that barricade as Darby Allin hit torso first off that sidestep, and then Pac grabbing his body. Deadlift German on the floor. Double impact, front and back, and Darby Allin now the worse for wear.
If you think about it, that's double whiplash because your neck whiplashes on the impact running into the barricade. Then you get a snap suplex on top of it. A snap German.
That just goes back to the danger of the Death Riders when they use the outside to their advantage. And what is back in the mic here, pulling the steel ring steps away.
Well, let's not kid ourselves. Darby, you said he might have the advantage, but Pac can get just as bastardly as Ireland can.
And oh my gosh!
Point made.
Belly to belly against the steel ring steps front goes Darby Allin's vertebrae, tailbone, and head and shoulders.
He has a tattoo of a spine. Even that might be broken at this point.
Take a look at the replay, Walter. God! 3 points of impact against the front. Keyword, folks, the front of those steel ring steps off that snap belly to belly. And for Pac and the Death Riders, what is this? This is another work date. This is just business. But again, you asked for this. For Darby Allin, though, this is a grudge match, but this is also a match to prove that he's ready to move on.
Allin can't complain because he asked for it, like you said. I think he's asking for the bell to be wrong.
Well, we are finally back inside the ring, if that does mean anything. As you see right now, Paul Turner checking if Darby Allin can continue. You know Darby Allin won't quit. John Moxley said himself, this kid's going to get himself killed. The bell rings. We are officially underway for this match. And it looks like Punk is about to go from 0 to 7,200 after. Yeah, that's hilarious.
No, I think Darby's bell rung a long time ago.
And the cover and 2.5 with the knee across the throat.
I think his bell rung when he got belly to belly to the steps.
Again, folks, you can be part of the conversation using hashtag AEW Dynamite. The night is sure to be en fuego as people are already talking about it on the X. And again, Darby and Pac are indeed going crazy, but I wouldn't expect anything less from these two reckless, ridiculous men with no regard for each other. Oh, jeez.
Another whiplash. Keep in mind, this is just the opening match, Noah.
Slingshot, face for a second row, cover, drive towards center, and a 2 count here.
This is when we're in for the rest of the night. Strap in.
I'll say, look at this arena, by the way. I love the setup, and I also love the crowd on hand. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things I love about AEW. Each week, the show gets its own identity based on the audience at hand and the building that they take.
I love the elevated stages, all stuff like that.
There's Irish whip, Darby Allin rebound the ropes. Oh, man!
I thought he was going to reverse that. That was just the impact of the throw.
At 360, backdrop suplex. Now a German suplex with a bridge. 2 count only for Pac.
He literally landed on his face, dude. That was crazy. Is there a bone in his body Darby hasn't broken?
You know what? Go play Operation to get back with me. And we might need to operate on Darby after this commercial break. Stay tuned, folks. Let's require picture-in-picture. Fuck television. John Moxley said that Darby Allin is literally its own worst enemy. No one cares about this kid more than him. No one understands this kid more than him. And yet Darby Allin made John Moxley quit. Keep in mind, he's beaten Willow. He's beaten Daniel Garcia. He's beaten John Moxley. He's beaten Claudio Castagnoli. And Lord knows Darby Allin does not feed Marina Shafir. But there is only one defender he hasn't beaten yet, and that's Pac.
This dude is broken. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
you know that kid song that this bone's connected to the lyrics will be all messed up with Darby because nothing's connected where it should be with his body.
Well, considering the human body has over 200 different bones in it, I mean, your guess is as good as mine as far as what the human cadaver hasn't broken yet. Again, folks, our opening match here, grudge match, Darby Allin versus Pac, still to come tonight. We have a fatal 4-way to crown new number contenders towards FTR's World Tag Team Championships. Kenny Omega returns to in-ring action. Trios action amongst the women's division with the Babes of Cosmic Rappers Triangle Madness. And it all headlines with MJF defending the AEW World Championship against the most wanted, the Ring of Our World Champion, Bandido. And so much more tonight on this Maximum Carnage special delight tonight of AEW Dynamite. Darby Allin can't even get up on
I think since that barricade German combination, I haven't seen Darby done one offensive move since.
Yeah, if nothing else, he's just proven how reinforced the arena is, being a crash test dummy, throwing in everything that is embraced by steel.
Right?
And thank you, Safet. Again, I hope everyone enjoys our coverage. We love covering AEW Dynamite, but in general, we just love covering professional wrestling. But I think it's safe to say that, Walter, you and I have really enjoyed Wednesday nights the last 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of getting a little bit more of a traditional thing in a sense.
All right.
Again, do the people want it? Let us know in the chat. Do you want to see the covering AEW Diamond on Wednesday nights? Let us know in the comments down below. What do you hope to see out of 2026 for the Super Reliable Studios? For the passion continues to persist only because of you, and I don't know how much longer Darby Allin is going to persist in this match with Pac fully on the attack.
He's got him yoked up with his boot against the rope, right? I seriously can't even remember the last offensive move that Darby has done. Seriously.
The tope suicide at the very beginning against Pac and the coffin drop out of the high stands, and that's it.
Oh, right, pretty much.
Irish whip, hard torso first into the turnbuckles.
Again,
let's not forget, Darby Allin's also coming back from injury. Remember, he was removed from the Continental Classic not being medically cleared.
And again, Darby asked for this. Be careful what you wish for.
Well, again, you want to try and start anew in 2026. What do you do to remove yourself from your past? That's what Darby Allin's trying to do tonight, Maximum Carnage. As we are back here tonight, folks, AEW Dynamite, Capacity Crowd live, Phoenix, Arizona, hot in the desert. Darby Allin versus Pac 3. Darby Allin looking for freedom while he is 0-2 against the Bastard in this grudge feud. Headbutt takes the Bastard down.
And both men are 1-0 so far in 2026, so somebody's going to have to lose.
Darby Allin taking Pac off his feet. To your point, Darby Allin coming up that win against Willow on Collision, even though Daniel Garcia and the Death Friars got involved.
Darby trying to get feeling into his hands.
And probably every other part of his body. Let's not forget about that ridiculous belly-to-belly on the front of the steel ring steps, getting 3 points of impact against Darby Allin's entire being.
Dude, I think he just literally popped his own wrist in place. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I also saw the springboard back elbow strike, almost a coffin splash. And again, that's the thing about Darby Allin. He is relentless. He is unorthodox. He will throw his caution to the wind, his body in the wind. We're talking about a guy that survived Mount Everest, survived a bus, is a human stuntman for life. Skateboarders to the extreme, dived out of helicopters and jumped off waterfalls, and still lets it take out a down. Golly, high angle overhead throw in the corner.
JR used to say Kane walks through hellfire and brimstone. I think Darby would literally walk through hellfire and brimstone and still keep going.
They go to the replay here, though. High angle overhead deal. Darby Allin again, hard impact against the turnbuckles, against the upper shoulder blades. Now Pac and Darby up to the corner. Oh, I sense disaster. Oh no.
What is that spotlight on there?
Jesus Christ almighty!
He literally darted him.
Belly to belly out of the corner.
Dude, he literally threw him across the. Look where they started. Look where he landed.
And again, it may be a certainty at this point that Pac's gonna go 0-3 against Darby here, as far as Darby beating him. Now looking for that crucifix. That again is what he delivered out to Darby Allin. Oh God!
Onto that elevated stage.
Being thrown from inside the ring to the outside on that elevated walkway, to your point.
You realize that's like about an 8-foot drop, right?
Yeah, you might as well give Darby Allin his last right. Sickening impact of a human being. And I do want to continue to point out Darby Allin is a freaking human being.
Darby is Frankenstein. He could just keep going at this point.
Yeah, it might be a foregone conclusion, though, as Paul Turner starting his 10 count right now. Darby Allin not moving up to 5. Let's not forget, this is the same way that Pac destroyed Darby Allin last year at All Out in that coffin match. It was literally a crucifix last ride bomb that sent Darby Allin from inside the ring to the outside on top of a fucking coffin lid. And somehow Darby just barely beats the count.
He didn't even stir until 9, Noah.
And frustration, though, a subtle frustration coming out of Pac, who perched himself on the top turnbuckle. And there's that defiance of Darby Allin.
Bro, if he's playing the long patient game, Darby, then hell, you're doing a hell of a job.
Whoa, wait a minute. Back, we talked about before that ankle, though, and Darby Allin immediately seeing Pac may have tweaked that left ankle, as you saw the way he landed. An ankle pick by Darby Allin. Now Darby Allin going up to the top. What the hell is he getting? That's from looking for a coffin drop to the floor.
Yeah, I told you he's playing the long game. He let Pac get overconfident, and then he jumped off the rope and landed on that same ankle.
And Darby Allin right now capitalizing on that opening. To your point, Walter.
I think what did we didn't see Pac for a year at least. I think over a year.
And meanwhile, coffin drop on the apron. He caught Pac, though, but again, more damage done to Darby Allin's back.
Pac has had 2 major injuries in AEW that took him out for a long time.
Yeah, again, we haven't seen the bastard Pac, to your point, last year. We didn't see him after the titles were vacated prior to Spring Breakthrough. He came back at AEW All Out to AJ Moxley in that coffin match and has been a mainstay ever since. And right now, Paul Turner checking on Pac, while Darby Allin staying on the attack, throwing his body corner to corner. And again, you saw the way his back gave out there for a moment. And oh no!
And he came back a bigger man than I've ever seen him.
And Paul Turner just got collided by Darby Allin's side of his body between the bastard. We have no official here right now in this matchup.
But who does that benefit more? Because remember, that means Darby can use whatever he wants right now.
Yeah, but that also means Pac can do whatever the hell he wants. To your point, though, Darby Allin, though, able to scalp Pac, turning him over. There's the corner, the Scorpion Deathlock.
He should reverse it so that Oh, that's pressure on that ankle. I think he's waving to the Death Riders to come in, and he's tapping, but Paul Turner can't see it.
And about to say with a Yuta can though, shotgun drop it with a Yuta chair to the face, but that's only one Death Rider. Where are the rest? Darby Allin again, who's been fine. He's been for last year. Scorpion Death Drop. And
But
Darby
see,
right
he left
now,
the chair.
again though, he's also not letting Pac get any distance. Scorpion Death Drop to Pac.
Move the chair. Move it. There you go, Darby.
On center of the ring now. Darby, wait a minute.
Oh my God, Darby might be taking it too far, Noah.
But remember, he threatened to shatter his ankle in a door if he didn't accept this match. How much is he willing to go to get freedom? To destroy the bastard Pat tonight and put him back on injury.
But don't go to his level, Darby.
And Darby, second row cover drop to that shared ankle. Destroying Pac's left ankle.
And putting him right back.
Center of the ring, Scorpion Deathlock applied. Paul Turner in position.
If he taps again now.
And that's it. Darby Allin gets it done finally.
Not only did he get it done, but he made Pac tap.
Darby Allin, for the first time in his career, has beaten the bastard Pac, which means he has beaten every single Death Rider.
He's cleaned the Death Rider's house now. Can he move on now?
According to what Darby Allin said back at New Year's Smash, that was the intended goal. I hope finally, and I really do pray this, that Darby Allin can find peace with himself and the past to build a safer and brighter future, not involving a Death Rider.
Now go after Ricochet or anyone else with a title.
And you see the rest of the Death Riders checking pot, though. Again, Darby Allin with a coffin drop off the second rope to that chair trap ankle. Again, fans, our main event still to come tonight. MJF versus Bandido. Kris Statlander and the Bears of Rap take on the Triangle of Madness, and the Cleaner returns in the action. But again, congratulations to Darby Allin freeing himself from this Death Rider dark cloud, as Pac might be going back on injury once again as we go to full commercial break. Fuck television. Well, that was a red hot start as I expected. Damn.
Moxley stole Darby's opportunity last year. And with all these people throwing their hats against MJF, Darby might add his name now.
And I'll say it wouldn't surprise me. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat, Safet, our other Canadian connections. We got both Canadian connections here. And again, shout out to our Canadian friend Ash. Go look at our thoughts from Wrestle Kingdom Viewers Dash Post on the app. Subscribe to Dave Brad for Wrestling. Appreciate you, pal. Wish that you were here. And shout out to Big Bala, Big G, who's being all elite tonight. Sup, brother? Hope that you are doing well and enjoying the coverage and reactions. Love to have you part of an all elite coverage, but I'm looking forward to covering WWE again with you soon in the near future. Of course, the newest member, I like to think of the commentary family of Sumo Studios, and does a great job. And as saying Darby is an absolute nutcase, that might be accurate. Speaking of which, say her name, and she may actually appear because she is indeed yours and mine and our Canadian friend. Ash made it.
Hi.
Hello, Ash.
Hello.
Glad you made it. How are you?
I'm good. Sorry for running late. I was helping my mom make and eat dinner.
Hey, you know what? Priorities are passions, and you gotta take care of the family. I respect that. Anyway, so Ash, what the hell? You see what Darby Allin's willing to go towards something he sets his mind to. I'm gonna imagine what he's gonna try and do now on his pursuit for the AEW World Championship. Clearly.
As if he does go for the title, because you got to keep in mind, Darby's one of those people who said he doesn't want to go after the title, but who's to say he can't go after the TNT title, the national title, or whatever mid-card title AEW has?
And there's clearly no number one contender. So many people are throwing their names in the hat that the only number one contender was Bandido. He gets his shot tonight.
Exactly. And let's not forget Brody King is now also looking for gold this year as a singles player. As of course, we saw him against Barrett Brown this past weekend on Collision. So you got freaking Brody King, Darby Allin, Kenny Omega, Samoa Joe, Heyman and Page, Swerve Strickland, and who knows who the hell else might step up. Good to see Darren G also, of course, in the chat. Elizabeth thinking Pop might be legitimately hurt. Medical staff checking on him. Been injury prone since AEW's birth. Well, I mean, he's definitely one of those people, to be fair.
Everybody gets hurt, man. Look at Powerhouse Hobbs.
Right? Anyway, welcome back, folks, to AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage. As we also learned earlier tonight, Walter, Samoa Joe has placed a bounty on the Hangman, and the bounty hunter himself is looking to collect, as we got an impromptu match here with bounty hunter Brian Keith.
Shoot. Look at Keith Lee. We haven't seen him in like 2-3 years.
To be fair, Keith Lee is going through far more than probably we even know. And also, bounty hunter Brian Keith singing his 15th AEW win after him and Big Bill came up short, claiming that bounty against Jet Speed on behalf of the Don Callis family.
Yeah, we'll see if he collects a bounty on Hangman.
Speaking of Hangman, we saw Heyman at Famous Force Stricken last week. Ash destroy the Ops in that lights out tag team match. We think about Darby Allin being removed from his past. Are Heyman and Swerve now removed from the Ops and looking forward towards the AEW World Championship?
I mean, I don't see why they didn't go after the tag titles because, well, after what's in store for the 4-way contender match, right? So let's say whoever wins that 4-way, right? And if they don't happen to win the titles, who's to say Swerve and Hangman can't be next in line for that?
Cowboy Shiznak has entered the desert. Referee for this contest, Aubrey Edwards. Let's hear it for Aubrey. And of course, him and on Page, you gotta wonder how much wear and tear is still affecting the former AEW Men's World Champion after that hellacious lights out tag team match last year. 19 wins, by the way, folks, this past 21 singles matches. One of those losses being, of course, to Samoa Joe, thanks to Hook, who definitely got what was coming to him last week. And bell rings, we are underway. And again, folks, it's an impromptu match here. Samoa Joe has placed a bounty here, and it looks like we got a 4-person boost. This should be interesting. Hello, JJ. Welcome finally on screen.
Hello.
Bounty Hunter right now taking on him and Adam Page. Of course, Bounty Hunter Brian Keith talked about prior to this, he hasn't gotten a taste of the Hangman for the last 3 years. Big boot. Heyman went for the high boot, but Brian Keith beat him to the boot. Knife edge chop.
Ow.
Chops here. Of course, we also seen Bounty Hunter Brian Keith recently in a singles action as well. Seemed like Big Bill and Bounty Hunter Brian Keith looking for a different path as of late in AEW. Up kick denied.
Don't forget that Big Bill is
Oh!
out there.
Well, I mean, Big Bill and Bounty Hunter Brian Keith, they've kind of been ride or die partners since who knows how long, since that tree finally rotted away. We gotta say, him and Adam Page's gotta be one of the toughest SOBs in AEW, considering what he's gone through that 2 years of hell with Swerve Strickland and bringing that title back to light. And again, folks, AEW Dynamite continuing forward. Of course, we have AEW Grand Slam down under in Australia. We also, of course, know the first pay-per-view will be AEW Revolution in March from the Staples Center. And we have Maximum Carnage Collision this weekend. It will be on delayed coverage, folks, due to other priorities. Of course, stay tuned for that. Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, clubbing shot to the back of the head of Bounty Hunter Brian Keith. It's Heyman, slingshot plunge to the floor.
Collision's on a Sunday, right?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, this weekend is fully loaded with wrestling. We got GCW double coverage. We also have, of course, TNA Genesis and so much more to come.
Of course, the one time I have a Saturday off, Collision's not on air. Go figure.
Well, it is what it is, pal. At least, you know, you still can watch it whenever you wish. Whoa!
That's true. Thank goodness for PVR, am I right?
Hey, that's the freaking truth. Heyman bouncing off the ropes right there and taking out Bounty Hunter Brian Keith. Heyman's been in full control of this match so far.
Are you surprised?
Well, I mean, again, I do think about how much wear and tear could have happened last week with him and Page and Swerve Strickland, who tagged together one last time. Why I believe that these two could be the most lethal tag team in AEW and maybe granted the tag team titles. But clearly, Heyman and Swerve have the world championship in mind. And we'll be watching tonight's main event very closely. The knife edge chop. It kind of surprises me that Samoa Joe didn't put a bounty on both Heyman Page and Swerve Strickland. Honestly, I would say if it wasn't for Swerve Strickland, I think Heyman would have become as dangerous and as driven as he did.
You think possibly like Joe might see Heyman as the bigger threat?
Well, considering that's the man he took the title off of most recently, but of course, Swerve Strickland created a dynasty off Samoa Joe. The jury's out. Oh, man!
Oh, yeah, that's right. Swerve beat Joe at Dynasty. What was it in 2024?
Correct. And that freaking pop-up Kokeshi headbutt to him and Adam Pearce has turned this match completely in favor of the Bounty Hunter Brian Keefe. Will the Bounty Hunter collect tonight? Stay tuned. Let's require picture-in-picture. Fuck television. Yeah, it's good to see everybody in the chat. Good to see everybody on screen. Good to see everybody tonight on Wednesday night because Dynamite's on fire already, and I freaking love it. Again, folks, stay tuned. Continue coverage tonight. Of course, we'll continue through the week. We have TNA's premiere on AMC. There'll be City Predicting Fall on that for Genesis. We'll be back this weekend with double coverage of GCW and TNA Genesis, along with your weekly Marvel coverage of Wrestling Matters. That is the Saturday Shenanigans. And Sunday, we'll be doing a special coverage, retro watch along of AEW Collision Maximum Cars. That's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and so much more ahead here at the Sip Lab Studios. Stay tuned. I do wonder, though, if Bounty Hunter Brian Keefe actually was to get a surprise win over Heyman tonight, but Hooker by Crook, money be damned, that has to raise his comments. Maybe he may want to go after a singles championship or the AEW World Championship.
Definitely raises his stock.
Oh, absolutely. Especially like beating a former world champion as well in the process.
And speaking of former world champions, still to come tonight, the cleaner Kenny Omega returns. As Kenny Omega is looking to show, can he hold the title one more time?
Well,
I mean, I'd like to see that, but I don't see it happening, sadly.
Well, you know, the time. Oh, man. Hard hours, but time will tell. This will be Kenny Omega's first singles match, by the way, folks, since losing the AEW International Championship to Kazuchika Okada at AEW All In.
Oh, wow. It's been that long already?
That's correct. Of course, the only other time we've seen the cleaner Kenny Omega involved in AEW as of late was alongside his elite brethren and even Jungle Jack Perry.
He's only been popping in a few weeks at a time, and then he's off television again. Lighter schedule because of diverticulitis.
Yeah, and I also think that Kenny Omega is aware of that ticking time bomb inside his gut. He's been aware of that ever since coming back. Wondered, could he still do this? But he's still going to give it his all. Of course, we covered somebody that gave it his all one last time, January 4th at Wrestle Kingdom, as we saw the retirement of Roshi Tanahashi.
Brock Lesnar literally had 3 surgeries due to diverticulitis, and it literally had forced him to retire from the UFC.
And right now, I don't think it's wise for Bounty Hunter Brian Keefe not to retire from this chop exchange against him and Adam Page. You see the wide-eyed stare in that cowboy. We're back here again, AEW Dynamite, Maximum Carnage, Phoenix, Arizona. The entire Sublime Studios All-Elite team on the call for you here for the time being, it seems. Walter Cruz, our Canadian fan Nash, and the regular wrestling JJ Woods. I know JJ's here primarily for Willow and JF, but it's still good to have him here regardless. And the sidestep, considering his tumultuous history of what he feels about him and Adam Page, why some people can't remove her girl from the past. But I do think
it's literally in the intro of Shenanigans, his thoughts on the Hangman.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware. A rising knee strike by Brian King. Up with the knee strike and exploder. Here's the cover. Hook on the far leg side press and the 2 count for Brian Keefe on him and Adam Page. I haven't seen Brian Keefe this intense in a long time, actually. It's kind of refreshing, to say the least. And again, JJ right now taking a bit of a reprieve. Again, maybe too many cooks in the fire or cooks in the kitchen. Also, he may not have much to say regarding this match. Stay tuned, folks, because I'm sure he will have all smiles when it comes to Willow, because I know it's the primary reason that he's always here. Again, I always appreciate American Wrestling JJ Williams. Him and I never fully agree on everything, but we always butt heads on more than just a Blue Thunder bomb, etc., etc. Keep up by that wide-eyed cowboy. One swift right overhead forearm to Bounty Hunter Brian Keefe.
Several now.
Across the ring, sunset flip the road through. Heyman, though, sliding lariat. And the cover, hook up both legs, a kick out by 2. So JJ can also pass his hair more spreader because of the new haircut of his. That's hilarious. One of those things that you got to consider big on the outside and how big of a difference he could be, though. Fireman's carry denied. Now, look at this. Nice modified pin here.
His own shoulders on the ground, though, but Aubrey's not in the right position.
The belly explode in the corner. Hook of the far leg by Bounty Brian Keefe. Gets a 2 count again. Him and Adam Page after the inside leg cradle capture.
Keith reminds me of like a Gresham, just small and just big, dude, at the same time.
Think about all the damage, though, being done to Hangman Page's neck. Of course, we've been talking about that since AEW out last year against Kyle Fletcher. You see the frustration coming out, though, of Bounty Cutter Brian Keith. You think about, again, that lack of confidence. Brian Keith.
Smoke him if you got him.
Maybe looking to put a... Oh, man! A short-range lariat as Hangman Page looking to snuff out what Bounty Cutter Brian Keith was looking for. Big Bill, though, trying to pick the ankle. Create some advantage here. Almost lost his footing. Moonsault off the apron. Great scouting. Watch Big Bill, though. Oh, man, and Big Bill might be looking to collect here. Oh, Strickland, what the hell?
Dude, someone that big should be doing perfect moonsaults like that.
He's got the neck of Big Bill wrapped in that chain. Heyman, though, the high boot, though, creates distance over the top of the box shot. Lariat. Bang! Cover, 2, and Heyman with the win.
You could have counted till 50. He ain't getting up.
Well, clearly, George Strickland, Heyman and Page have the same idea in mind, but are not looking to be claimed part of Samoa Joe's bounty at any time. We saw what Heyman and Page as George Strickland took the ops out last week. That was a clear message to Samoa Joe, no doubt about that.
I ain't think of Swerve saving them because they said our team was it served its purpose. Now we got trying to go after the singles title, but I mean, guess they got each other's back for now.
Well, as great as they are, as Ash's point, as singles individuals, you do wonder if they're even more formidable as a duo. Looks like him and Page has a microphone. Of course, then they have talked about if anybody wants to challenge for my Triple B, rack up some wins and talk to Tony.
Dude, if they get together as a legit team, I feel bad for the tag team division.
Well, let's hear what Heyman and Page has to say. Damn.
Try to collect your bounty now, dumbass. He's saying Joe wasn't man enough to face him himself, so you got to hire people.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what Heyman and Page has called Samoa Joe out on since stealing the title.
Now Swerve got the mic.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Is that a warning or is that a threat, Walter?
A little bit of both. I think they want to take Joe out of the competition of who gets title shots against MJF.
I think that's a fair shout.
MJF has no short of competition. I'll tell you that. No shortage.
Flares house! Whoa, wait a minute!
Whose music is that?
That's Kenny by Omega! Listen to that reaction.
I only heard one note pulse.
I just saw the name come on the thing.
I'm about to say, we all know that name well clear as day, Walter and Ash. That's Kenny Omega.
I think they're all trying to make a case for why they should be number one contender.
Give me this triple threat match at some point.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind that. Save that, build it up for Revolution, perhaps.
Well, we know how much the history with Kenny Omega and him and Page goes. Hell, they fought each other over the damn title. They were once tag team champions. And Swerve Strickland, Kenny Omega has heavily endorsed in AEW. Look at what we have in this moment right now. 3 former AEW Men's World Champions.
There's a lot of chefs in that kitchen. I know that food is going to come out great with these 3.
Kenny Omega, the second longest reigning AEW Men's World Champion, by the way. I got one going for Swerve's mind, though. More particularly than Hangman. This should be interesting. course, Omega's supposed to be in action tonight, I think.
Oh my god, I keep getting behind.
I got my own time at shop, but I got wonder what I was going to say. 3 of the greatest challengers? Are staying in the ring right here, right now. I'm not going to argue that legitimately.
You can't.
Yeah.
There is no arguing.
Yeah, you're not right. You're not wrong.
I mean, you can argue about how they were booked, but
Even have to prove it not to myself.
Maybe the first reign, but not that second reign for Hangman.
True that.
yeah, I'll give you that. Although I kind of feel like the second reign was a little bit short, and which is really sad because I was hoping someone would win too. Here's me being fickle, right?
I mean,
You got to think about it. It makes sense because, like I said, you know how big of an idiot and an ass MJF would have looked if risked cashing that in the 4-way and then not came away as the champ.
That's true. Yeah.
Can Omega realize you can't just be an EVP, snap your fingers and make it happen? You got to win a couple of matches first. So that'd be friend or foe.
I'm going for that title.
Well, clearly all 3 of these men got their role match set for 2026, and they know what the goal is.
Become champion. Everyone wants to become champion and hold that title again.
Heyman said there's 2 of us that wants that championship.
Yeah. Oh. I don't mind seeing this ran back, honestly.
May the best man win.
Well, at least he's being sincere again. You still wonder what a Swerve think of this. Kenny Omega interjecting himself in what Swerve was saying that he and Hangman were planning to do.
Swerve is given though. If looks could kill, dude, Kenny would drop dead right now.
Can you believe that Swerve and Kenny Omega have never met each other in a match yet?
Dude, the AEW keeps giving us first time
right.
matches.
That's
No, and AEW has between the last couple of weeks, AEW has given us 3 first time matches.
And a whole lot of first times to think about. It's Kenny Omega, him and Swerve Strickland all have their eyes set on the AEW Men's World Championship. Oh, shit.
Is that the Kylis family?
What else you think that is?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Well,
it is.
as much as we want to remove ourselves from the past,
man,
here comes the
what's this
looming
cool
past
too?
of Kenny Omega's life.
It's the Callis family C team.
That was good, right?
It's not even the B team, it's the C team.
That's the first and most smartest thing you said all night.
Damn, why is it gotta be the smartest thing? Like, I've barely been here, bruv. Damn, why you roasting me?
I know what's going to happen later tonight. I know you're going to piss me off somewhere, so I'm just preparing in advance.
If the Callis family were the vowels, this team would be the Y.
Damn. That's a bar right there.
By the way, folks, this is a legitimate heel being booed in this business, by the way. Every time he takes a mic, not a single person cheers.
I mean, can you blame them? They haven't given them a reason to cheer them.
I do. I like Don Callis. I've respected him since he was the Jackal.
Hey, at least he can talk. I mean, some people get drowned out.
True that. Well, he's got a loud enough voice where he literally could echo his voice across a freaking concert hall.
Concert hall, concert hall, concert hall, concert hall. Sorry, you said echo, so
that's fair.
I went with it.
And Don Callis trying to make it personal again. Talking about Golden Lover Kota Ibushi, whose ankle got shattered in part thanks to Josh Alexander.
Between the 3 of them standing there, have they even have a win between them?
See what Omega's got to say to that. I mean, what has Kenny Omega not seen out of Don yet that he can't foretell?
I think he knows the Don Callis playbook better than he does.
regardless, he did issue a challenge. Let's see what Kenny Omega has to say to that. Beat some of the best challenges by AEW. I got a little time tonight. Wait, tonight? Wait, what?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
Alex,
for it. Why not?
What's the
Josh Alexander versus Kenny Omega tonight. Had it.
when does Alexander won a match last?
That's a good question. Like, are we talking singles or tag team here?
Singles. The answer is 0.
Exactly. I don't think there's a win between these three.
And for tag teams? What about tag teams?
I mean, they did win that money, but we all saw that Morales spoke more than the dollar sign.
Mm.
Of course, Don Callis is going to show his invisible hand and keep his family in check, or at least the family members he can in check.
I don't know about Jackal JJ was talking about, but he sure is being a jackass right now.
You don't know about the Jackal, bro?
No, I do. I just wanted to say jackass to go with it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, man, you go way back. I thought you knew about the Jackal.
Well, that being said, next week on Dynamite, Don Callis controlling this challenge, but it sounds like next week on Dynamite, we're going to get Kenny Omega versus Josh Alexander for the first time ever, as Don Callis stopped the Cleaners' attempts on pursuing the championship before they even start.
Way to screw Phoenix there. Sheesh.
And I'll say, let the crowd echo the chant that we all want to echo. Fuck Don Callis.
They just dick tease Phoenix, man.
Well, Don Callis has always been that.
I keep debating in myself to whether to go to Sacramento's Dynamite, but
do it.
Save your money.
I was gonna say I dropped a lot going to April already.
I was gonna say, bro, while you're over here, Noah, trying to be the devil on his shoulder, let's not forget that this dude dropped damn near $1,200 in a matter of minutes while Ed was on our show for me and him to go to Vegas, get an Airbnb and tickets to all the GA stuff.
So you're going to something justified that's going to be family friendly and far more entertaining than the Fed, then I will say I allow it. That being said, next week on Dynamite, Kenny Omega versus Josh Alexander for the first time ever. And we'll see how Omega starts his road through challengers towards the AEW Men's World Championship.
And I still got close to 600 more for this rental.
Phoenix is going backstage right now with Nate Paquette with Brody King, of course, the buddy of Bandido.
Is that the translator?
That's exactly what it is. That's John Cruz.
Jesus, why do I got to share a last name with this guy? Please tell me he spells it different.
C-R-U-Z.
Oh, you fucking bastard. Cruise your way out of my TV screen, please.
Wait a minute. Did he just say that we have a match? I mean, John Cruz could wrestle in a suit. Why not? Next up, folks, Brody King's in action. Violence Unlimited. Next.
Definition of a squash match.
And you know what?
Check your messages.
I'm fine seeing somebody squash. We go to full commercial break for television. Well, Swerve Strickland, Heyman Adam Page, Kenny Omega. These three are bound to collide at some point in their pursuit for the AEW Men's World Championship after tonight. I'm looking forward to any of those type of matches in sequence with any of those three men, in my opinion.
Well, now that I'm officially back here and my computer isn't glitching right now. Hi, everybody.
Oh, that's what it was.
Welcome back.
Welcome officially to the call. How are you? Dadgummit.
I'm doing well. It's been a nice chillaxing day today. Got out, did my laundry, came home, just kind of been vegetating until this.
Vegetating.
And then, the landlady got home like right before the call started. So that's why I wasn't here right at the outset, having a little conversation with her, It's all good, though. Rocking my new Journey t-shirt.
Nice. Respect.
Yeah, I know I get a little something out of Noah for that one.
Yeah, once in a while, you're on my good side. Other points, I just tell you to shut the F up. But that's our connection. It's all mutual.
Exactly. And you're right. I do know that there is a trios match coming later. I will probably be getting under your skin about that. But you know what? It's all good because, again, it's the love between brothers
Exactly.
that if we didn't get under each other's skin when it comes to that match, people would think that something is wrong with us.
Yeah, about to say it'd be like a whole different form of drugs, not incense and peppermints. That being said, yes, of course, still
I like that song. That's a bop right there.
Yeah, you know, when I was
Strawberry Alarm Clock, I believe, is the name of the band.
Very good. That's correct. And shout out to Jefferson Airplane, another one of my favorite bands. That being said, I also want to give a shout out to Phil Collins, who officially announced he is retired now from music. But if the drumsticks beat his hands again, who knows? But basically, he says he's ran his course. So shout out to Phil Collins, the genius, of course, of Genesis. That being said, 2 Traders points, folks. Still to come tonight, we have Trios action as the Babes of Cosmic Wrath, Kris, Statlander, and Babes about to take on the Triangle of Madness. Fatal 4-way for the future World Title shot against FTR with the Don Callis' family. Jake Doyle, cannot get used to that name. Mark Davis, Jet Speed, the Gates of Agony, and the Young Bucks. And of course, that's headlined by MJF defending the AEW World Championship against Bandido in a first-ever one-on-one matchup as a future challenger. And the brother of Bandido goes in one-on-one singles action following the commercial break. Now that we wait for the show to get back here. And again, we talk about the list of names that we know so far. That list is only going to get longer. Hell, we didn't even mention Darby Allin, who just beat and probably broke Pac in the process. He's got to be a name now on the hunt. And we all know the history with MJF and Darby Allin. Remember, headlock takeover, full gear. That's how MJF beat Darby Allin the first of a one-on-one encounter.
Darby broke himself.
And
Darby always breaks himself.
Well, I guess John Cruz did fight his wrestling gear, but Brody King's about ready to get in action.
I was telling Noah before you were here that I don't think there's a bone in his body he hasn't broken.
206 different bones in the human body, and you're probably right. How many bones does Brody King break out of John Cruz?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. All right.
That's awesome.
I mean, you know, he tried. Oh, God.
Just stay there, John.
He's dead.
Why are you getting back up?
The
more you get up, the more Brody's gonna punish you.
I mean, John Cruz is a capable wrestler. Let's not count him out here. Now he's going up to the top rope and doing this in the suit nonetheless. Gotta respect. Oh!
How many languages can he say squash, didn't it?
Well, never mind.
Going up, going down.
Gonzo!
Uno, dos, tres.
3.
Dude,
okay.
Brody didn't even take his damn jacket off.
Wow.
He took it off to bury him.
In more ways than one.
Violence! Violence! Well,
thank goodness he don't work by the hour, huh?
I'm about to say, Brody King, of course, is looking for his own single goals this year. As, of course, those brothers will always be bound together, supporting his bro Tacho. Let's see what Brody King has to say.
Brody King's about to spend more time on the mic than this match.
That's probably accurate. Beat MJF Sass from pillar to post. I think we all want to see that. After now, be an honor to step in the ring. The first new AEW champion. Yeah. First new AEW champion of the year. But Brody King definitely hyping up our main event to come tonight. Can Bandido seize the richest prize against everyone's favorite scumbag, or is he truly still better than him? MJF and Bandido still to come tonight on Dynamite. Oh, that was freaking fun.
There are too many people chasing the title. I told you MJF got a big ass target on his back
some
now.
Crazy shit. A championship picture with challengers and a dump of them. And that being said, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, by the way, shout out to Thekla. Stay tuned, folks. We still have our simple session coming up here in the near future. It is what it is, Thekla, when one company can actually book it. But that being said, that is next week. Kenny Omega versus Josh Alexander. Stay tuned more on that. I don't know if we're going to cover Dynamite next week. This is becoming a fun, regular thing. So stay tuned, folks.
I mean, it's not C2 season yet, right?
Do you crave that match like this White Castle burger over here?
Well, speaking of craving, I crave professional wrestling every day of the week. And MJF craves to prove that he's better than you. And you know it. Of course, we called him the smartest man in the room as he seized the title at World's End. But he's never faced Bandido one-on-one. The only time these two shared a ring outside last week when he got hit with the 21-plex was the Casino Gauntlet match. But we know MJF can beat Luchadors because he did take Mystico's title and mask. And I don't think Bandido forgot about that.
And that was for the CMML main title, right?
Correct, that Claudio Castagnoli currently holds, and Andrade El Idolo has eyes on that championship.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fun match, and that's another set of title reigns I have to see is Claudio's CMML run.
Well, again, we got a lot of stuff ahead here. Again, our main event, folks, to come tonight, MJF versus Bandido, as we now prepare for Fatal 4-Way Tag Team action. JJ, I already know one team you're not going to pick, but again, Don Callis family on our screen. Fuck Don Callis. As we see who challenges FTR next. I'm very intrigued for the first time ever to see this duo as a tag team. They almost look like brothers.
They need to redo the Wayans Brothers theme and have it for these guys.
We're brothers.
They're their tag
We're
team
happy
debut
and we're
tonight.
singing and we're something.
Something!
You.
Give me a high five.
Well, how about you take it to the sky and have your seat in the upright position as Jet Speed's in action tonight? Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight.
You mean they recovered from last week?
Well, I mean, again, we saw the Don Callis family claim that bounty thanks to Jake Doyle and Mark Davidson's attack.
Yeah,
it seems like the demand of the Don Callis family share a similar business interest.
This jet might run out of fuel by the end of this match with these two.
I mean, previous challengers, AEW All In. Let's not count out Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. And of course, they were supposed to be in action last week on Dynamite, but thanks to the Don Callis family's assaults, they weren't. And here comes the man, the Gates of Agony, of course, coming off that 6-man tag on Collision with Anthony Bowens, where Ricochet won unconsciously, thanks to his brothers of Gun Hire, and Bishop Khan and Toa Leona.
He's huge, man.
And Ricochet did say this year they want to hold all the gold. They want to hold all the control.
Dude, the tag team division is really stepping up now.
Well,
Right,
needs some challengers here, so yeah. We were talking about last week, Ash, how FTR came out after the Don Callis family assaulted, as I say their name, the Young Bucks of old and Jungle Japan. We were wondering what they were scoping. Could they be scoping who they think could be the most imposing threat? Because to my knowledge, I think the Young Bucks still have had FTR's number more than once.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah.
There it is.
Tell us how you feel, JJ. Tell us how you feel.
Tell us how you really feel, JJ.
Don't forget, Ash, you as a Canadian representative, you still got Adam and Christian hanging around too.
That's true, yeah.
Look.
Listen.
If there is no secret about my disdain for the Young Bucks.
Yeah, think?
But I almost got to say it on TISM this week, but I will go ahead and I will say it here. I only don't think I said it because I think someone else said it.
Fair enough.
But I think, and you're hearing it here, January 14th, Simply Reliable Studios. Matt and Nick Jackson will defeat Christian and Cope for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
That's a hot take.
It does look, that kind of looks like the trajectory it might go in. Because FTR, because you got to keep in mind, there's FTR and Cope and Christian, they still got their business to fix or not fix, finish. And who knows, maybe the title could be involved. And
I think if I'm booking it, and I don't know what is keeping Cope and Christian away from TV right now. I think it's just Cope filming stuff.
Yeah, I think he's filming Percy Jackson still, the TV series.
So if I'm booking this, if I'm Tony Khan or Bryan Danielson or Christopher Daniels or whoever's in control here, FTR defend the titles successfully against somebody at Revolution. Cope and Christian return after the match. They call their shot for Dynasty in Canada, They win the titles there. They lose the titles at All In London.
Wait a minute, watch your screen! This will drop kids by jet speed as we saw the demand. And by the way, we are dealing with a match here, by the way, while your fantasy book in the future of the AEW Tag Team Champions is currently held by FTR since beating Bandido and what we called our tag team title match of the year, Walter, of course, at AEW Full Gear. And of course, FTR coming off successful defense in that Chicago street fight against the Bang Bang Gangs, Austin Gunn and Rock Hard Juice Robinson. And right now, look at this combination of offense.
These two are going to be some crazy people to deal with, man.
Which two are you talking about?
What the hell is I don't want to say something anymore. What's his name now? Dylan?
Doyle.
Yeah, Doyle.
Pineapple.
Doyle and Davis.
Yeah, D&D. Not Dungeons and Dragons. Up and over.
D squared.
You've heard of CNC Music Factory. Well, this is the D&D Callis family.
And right now, the Callis family and the Demand, all D's working on the same page here, hooking up jet speed and the Young Bucks. Goodness gracious. Takes out everybody with that springboard topic on Hilo.
That cleared everybody.
Again, the Young Bucks, who have wrote the book on tag team wrestling from the backyards to the big stage, can they punch their ticket towards becoming 4-time AEW World Tag Team Champions, unprecedented here in AEW?
I don't give a shit what AEW wants. I'm not cheering for these two.
That's your own prerogative. At the end of the day, I look at the athlete. I don't look at the past. If you live in the past, you are doomed to repeat it, and you're also doomed to sulk from it.
Look, as long as they don't make themselves the cornerstone of the tag division, then fine. But part of my issue with them in AEW is Rick Knox, is the referee here. Go figure there, Mr. PWG.
And PWG influences all the way. Oh!
But part of my issue with them here in AEW is that they are founding fathers and they were dominating the tag division.
Mm-hmm.
And right now,
it's like Kevin Nash booking himself to be champion.
Okay, well, at least these
damn, the strength of Doyle and Davis.
And I'm not gonna, and it's because of that reason you mentioned is why I was so happy that the Motor City Machine Guns went over to WWE, because I knew the moment they would go to AEW, this is what would have happened. And tell me if I'm wrong about this shit, okay? They would.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Right now,
they would have built up the Motor City Machine Guns just so that they can lose to the Young Bucks.
And right now they're in catering
to the Young Bucks, and then be relegated to Ring of Honor. That's exactly what would have happened, because that's what happened to the other tag teams who had tag titles and lost them to the Young Bucks in that period of time.
When did Toro Leone learn how to do a fucking moonsault from the apron? How about that for a real conversation? Besides, when was the last time the Motor City Machine Guns competed in a tag team match, Ash? All hell's breaking loose.
They're on tour right now. They're pumped up.
About to say Google buffer.
That's why they haven't been on TV, because they're touring elsewhere. They're touring with their band.
They have a band?
Yeah, they're a punk band. Oh. That's why they haven't been on TV, because they're on tour.
Other priorities outside wrestling. I guess that makes sense. Anyway,
if Jericho can leave periodically to do tours with Fozzy, why can't the Machine Guns leave periodically to tour with their band?
I guess that's fair, but the most influential tag team in TNA wrestling here is the Totally did a fucking moonsault from the apron. What the hell could this big man not do? Big man can do things that cruiserweights were only known to do back in the heydays of WCW.
Like Hangman. Look at Hangman when he does those moonsaults.
I mean, Heyman's not necessarily, a cruiserweight. He's a hybrid wrestler. He's an all-rounder. But you're seeing a giant-ass Samoan do a freaking moonsault from the apron, though. That's a different conversation.
I was going to say, one thing I haven't seen Toa Leona do a lot lately is win matches.
You haven't watched AEW as of late. You would have been watching the Demand win 6-man tag last week on Collision, and Demand running.
Did he get the pinfall?
I can't tell you who got the pinfall. Does it matter if it's a team, JJ?
Well, if he didn't get the pinfall, then Toa Leona hasn't won matches. He's been on the winning team,
how we're going to go about
but he didn't get the win.
It doesn't matter who gets the win if the squad gets the win. You're going to question that logic, mister? If it's in the books, it doesn't matter. Nice overhead bill by Speedball Mike Bailey.
I got to have something to mess with you with, Noah.
Yeah, even if I have to correct you 10 times over out of 11.
That's right. Because there's that one time that you don't, and I hold on to that.
Well, hold on to it as long as you can, because eventually you're going to be with a complete 0%.
Just like how you hold out for a hero till the morning light.
And non-copyright. These freaking behemoths in black trunks, black boots, black knee pads just ruling the field. I like this team, honestly. Just nothing but straight up
I'm just happy.
brawlers.
I'm just happy AEW has a strong tank division finally. It's about damn
It's
time.
been a while. Yeah, it's been a while, actually,
Right?
to see a foundation in the tag team division of All Elite Wrestling, for sure.
That's what I was saying. It's gonna be.
But then the Young Bucks dominated and they buried everybody.
Yeah, and then they lost everything, and now they literally were with the jobbers, and now they're back to for one last run. We've been talking about the Elite this year, and we wonder how much longer the Elite has, honestly. Nice sense on there by Jake Doyle. Never will get used to that name, by the way. Just saying. I say Mark Davis, of course, tag team special in his own right, talking about the outlook of the tag division. How about the outlook of the tag team attributes to the competitors here? Bishop Conto Leona gets Vagny, previously involved in World Tag League. Freaking Mark Davis, formerly part of Aussie Open, multiple-time tag team champion across other companies, including NJPW and, of course, as I talked about earlier, Ring of Honor. Jake Something, former Deadlock Pro Wrestling tag team champion alongside Speedball Mike Bailey, and, of course, Kevin Knight, former IWGP tag team champion alongside Kushida. Covered now by Mark Davis and Kevin Knight with the save. And, of course, the Young Bucks, as we talked about, notorious.
Don't forget, Aussie Open had.
You were saying, Ash?
And I was about to say, Aussie Open did really well in Progress Pro Wrestling as well.
So that's what happens when a jet hits the wall. Jake Doyle right now literally just throwing his body in front of Kevin Knight.
Oh my God.
Stellar German by Mark Davis.
This is like a really good choice for Doyle and Davis because
yeah, exactly. That's why
these two are actually working really well as a team, and they're both like, and their strengths are being showcased, which is really good.
Well, they got a similar body build, and they got a similar wrestling mentality, if you really think about it here. Why the Young Bucks, of course, brothers born in this business. Mark Davis and Jake Doyle might be brothers that are bound together because of similar circumstances. You think about Mark Davis, no longer part of Aussie Open, Fletcher, and how long have we waiting for something for the now Jake Doyle to achieve something in his wrestling career?
You guys keep mentioning Doyle. Now I'm eating fruit cups.
I mean, about to say.
That's Dole, not Doyle.
Yeah, D-O-L. Learn your spelling. Also, GYV.
Doyle was a pineapple, too, though.
Card cover 2. Count only. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz taking on the young veterans this Sunday, as we're going to cover. This Saturday, actually. AEW Collision, Maximum Carnage. And Toleona, this beast of a man. Also, Daniel Igalo, who we talked about before as insights on Claudio Castagnoli, back to pick up his own business, goes one-on-one with Angelico, La Sombra versus the man with his own flow. And as we talked about earlier, Kenny Omega will face Josh Alexander for the first time ever next week on Dynamite. That alone right there makes me want to cover it. Irish Whip Quad. What the hell is this? And me and the Minds right now, collision middle of the ring. Kicks on point right now, taking down D. And comparing the Ricochet and Don Callis in commentary, I feel bad for Excalibur. Meanwhile, out of the corner, 4-way high aerial offense.
I like how Matt was the only one who didn't do a flip.
Yeah, right?
Well, Swanton's close enough.
Yeah, you know, the rotation of your body, it just goes to show what sort of impact you're looking for. Mitchell escaped by Speed on my belly, rising knee strike, sweep of the leg, though, to Nick Jackson. Revolution knee, super kick to the side of the head by Matt Jackson. Springboard flying lariat by Kevin Knight. And then same pace as expected here, considering who we're dealing with in this fatal 4-way for a chance to run number one contenders for the AEW Tag Team Championships.
So for the number one contenders, they can cash in at any time, right? Because it doesn't have a specific set date.
I think it would have a set date. I just don't think they know the date for now. There's one thing I've learned about AEW. You do not need cash-ins. Especially if a cash-in's just like, you're going to get the opportunity, but it's not going to be right now. It's just going to be official this date.
That's just
that's
one way to
AEW
separate them from the.
Just doesn't need that right now. They don't need that to create somebody or give someone an opportunity. Earn it with a win. Earn it with a freaking multiple win. That's what MJF's talking about when it comes to everybody that wants to challenge him for the AEW Triple B. Right now, the demand with the headbutt taking command of the field here. Shotgun dropkick by Ring of Our Dojo alumni Bishop Khan.
I like what they're doing with MJF. That's how it should be. When you're the champion, that many people should be chasing you.
Oh!
Otherwise, why are you in the business if it's not to be in the
It's our
champ?
close and the cover, and Kevin Knight with the save. About to say, if you're not here to be number one and earn it, versus being an entitled bitch, get the hell out of here. And right now, Bishop Khan and Leona in full control of the Young Bucks as the Don Callis fan is neutralized and Jet Speed's been grounded.
It's hard to keep up with this action. Everything's going on everywhere.
Well, what do you expect when you got 8 men that literally go all over the
place? He's going to get 3 people up.
Hell? Matt and Nick on the shoulders of Toa Leona. And what is Speedball thinking? Speedball, to the weapon, crumbling everybody.
That was unique.
And right now, Kevin Knight might be looking to start with the UFO splash and the cover. Jet Speed on number. No. Damn it. I was really hoping Jet Speed would get it. Even the demands hope alive. Bishop Khan is. That's Bishop Khan, by the way, folks. And now Speedball caught with a super kick, nail kick.
He spun into that.
And Bandido was looking for that 540 Cyclone kick, and the Young Bucks intercepted that twister. Kick to the knee, taking Toa Leona down. Thrust kick to Toa Leona, trying to take down the big Samoan. Double thrust kick finally takes Toa out of the equation.
Don't turn your back, guys.
Speed on my belly, by the way, folks, has not even been involved in AEW for 1 full calendar year yet.
Uh-oh.
Speedball, double stomp, slingshot, power bomb, sit out the cover, Rick Knott's position, shoulders were not covered though. Kevin Knight though with the crucifix, roll up, almost golden.
They might have got that, but Knox was out of position for a hot second.
The backslide, Young Bucks are saying Kevin Knight for the BTE trigger. Just dropped his head in the cover. 2 and what the hell? Ricochet pulling Rick Knox out of the ring.
Yo, I thought that was a cameraman for a second. I was like, oh, that's fucking Ricochet.
Oh, God! Jet Page flying out of the air. Let's not forget that the man wiped out Luchasaurus, guys.
Yeah, Doyle and Davis need to take advantage of this. Come on.
No kidding. The Young Bucks weapons the man on the outside. Jack Perry right now attacking far more than just Ricochet's bald head.
I never thought I'd be so happy to see Ricochet.
Right?
Yeah, he takes this long to say that. Meanwhile, the Don Callis family and Jet Speed, the only 2 teams inside the ring. And Speedball right now intercepting Jake. High kick to the side of the temple. Mark Davis, though. Speed on Speedball's side. And the rolling kick connects to the corner.
Holy
In
shit.
all fairness, Noah, you were kind of on fire calling all the chaos.
That's what I do sometimes, bruv.
I just
Oh my God.
over you.
Hurricanrana denied, hooking up Speedball with a power bomb from the outside.
He reversed that Hurricane and held on to it. That was crazy.
And Mark Davis
Right, that was so good.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
A pile driver
Right,
up the
just
far leg.
spiked him.
Don Callis family on number contenders.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
That shit.
Nice.
That's
Hell
a
yeah.
hell of a first win as a tag team, earning your shot at the AEW Tag Team Championships, your first time out together.
Well, this is
They
one way
picked
to
up-
establish a new tag team.
He picked him up like a Styles Clash before he did that power bomb. That shit was crazy.
I said that unique chemistry that just came like nothing, it seemed.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Right?
Don Callis surprised the least, apparently, though. I do wonder, though, how long Don Callis had Jake Dole on his radar.
There's
It's
a lot of
always feel like
achy
there was
breaky.
powerbomb to the outside, and then that deadlift pull-up into the pile driver by Mark Davis was all it wrote for Kevin Knight.
There's a lot of achy breaky hearts in this tag division now.
And
Hey,
Hey, y'all.
Doyle and Davis are the new number contenders towards. Oh, wait a minute. And currently held by these 2 men, FTR. That's Harvard Catch Wheeler and Small Stoke in a wheelchair.
Milking it. He's milking it worse than Vicky Guerrero.
And yet, no host feels sympathy for him. That being said,
He's
sorry,
milking
that's
it
out
worse
loud.
than Cowboy Bob Orton.
Right?
Now, this is a unique setup right here.
damn, they tower over both of them. Shit.
I'm ready for this match. Can we do it next week? I'm ready for this match right here. I don't give a damn about heel versus face dynamic. I give a damn about who is the better wrestler.
No, it's Christian and Coke got
shit.
to finish business with FTR first.
You keep saying that, but I would not rule out something happening in between. And right now, security! And the referee board trying to break these behemoths.
We don't have a
just because they're number one contenders doesn't mean they have to lose the titles to them.
Exactly. Bring it down, though.
So I guess they're getting. I mean, if the heels won it, that means I guess we're getting CNC at Revolution.
There's one thing we can say about AEW. It's not predictable. Don't assume anything. And right now, here's something you can guarantee. We got Jake Doyle and Mark Davis challenging FTR for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Date to be determined.
Well, I guess square plus D square will equal FTR. I don't know.
Okay, that algebra does not compute, but I'll allow it. Well, FTR knows who the next challengers are. That's one thing for certain.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Oh, yeah. Hello, Nick. Welcome to the madness that's AEW Dynamite. Maximum Carnage on screen. Maximum Carnage here on screen, folks. Welcome to AEW Dynamite coverage. Chris Studios. How are you?
I honestly, I was breaking all your balls because I was getting some FOMO. So I was like, fuck, y'all are on? I don't want to be on.
I'm about to say, freaking hell, it's turning into a Royal Rumble here. Coming up next, we don't have a trio. We have 5 people, but coming up next, 6 women take to the ring. Trios Turmoil, Kris, Statlander, and the Bears of Rap take on the Triangle of Madness.
Dude, did they literally knock him out of his sneakers?
That is correct. As we got a full commercial break, fuck television.
Now, see, Noah, you're so worried of me giving you crap when it comes to this match, but little do you know that there is actually one of these 6 women that I like less than Statlander.
Oh, gee.
Skye
That's
Blue?
an interesting tidbit.
No. Are you kidding? I love me some Skye Blue.
This guy's got the wrong idea of
Thekla.
though.
You like Thekla less than Stat?
Anyway, as we got
I haven't had the opportunity to see much of her.
That's fair.
Okay.
So out of the ones that I know, I like them more than I like Thekla.
Well, education is key, but I respect that take.
She's one of the ones that scares me.
So I want to bring something to light, and I think obviously I think Noah might have noticed this, but last week Thekla got mic time.
Correct.
This week Brody King got mic time.
Correct.
Before then, I don't think they've ever really had in-ring promo time.
Correct.
It seems like Tony is giving them their chance. He's giving people who've never been put in that situation, he's giving them a chance to do it.
Well, you sometimes got to take a chance on somebody else. You can only rely on the same formula so many times before it gets old. So the way I see it, if you want to try and see someone's potential, ride or die with them. They either come to light or they burn in a fire. So
it's a new year. You got to give. It's a new year. Give new people opportunities.
And I got to consider that Brody King's been nothing but a tag team specialist and trio specialist most of his career. We have seen Brody King's personality in promos after Continental Classic matches. Let's not forget, multiple-time Continental Classic participant. As far as Thekla goes, she just came out of nowhere like a bat out of hell or stardom. Clocked Jamie Hayter and has been running roughshod here very comfortably in AEW, forming this trio of badasses. But she's always had a personality. It's just a matter of who can contain it.
Does Sling TV freeze on anyone else?
No.
No.
But it's great how they're getting a chance to talk. Like, again, before, we've never really heard her speak.
Correct.
So it's like, again, like New Year, it's cool that he's letting those people talk. And then if you notice, and this is, Ash is in the group chat. I don't think, JJ, you guys aren't in it. But I'm in we're in the TISM chat. And I threw it out there. Honestly, and I think Tony's kind of soft doing it. I think he's having a soft brand split. Because if you notice, for the second week in a row, Ortiz and Kingston have been primarily on Collision.
That's beautiful.
So I think he's gonna go that route. Oh, look, it's Zeta Steel.
I mean, that's one way to fix the prevent stagnation from the bloated roster without having to release so many people at once.
Well,
Are you
it's
guys
like
back?
I am. I'm ahead of you
Sky
guys.
Flight.
But it's like I said in the chat. Like, I honestly feel that if you make Dynamite your kind of like your mainstay for your tag team division, and like your New Japan, like your Japanese strong style, and you make Collision your like trios and high flying lucha, I think it would work out beautifully.
Everybody's thinking about what's next, including Nick on screen. As Scorpio Skye speaks on behalf of Skyflight.
In all fairness, Nick has been making the suggestion of a brand split for quite some time now. So this is nothing.
Yeah, well, new year, new plan. How about that? And speaking of which, plan madness, because it's time for our women's trios match.
Yo, Thekla's a badass.
Damn right she is, and I love it. Thekla, Sky Blue, Julia Hart, Sisters of Sin, and this real toxic attraction, I said what I said, from Stardom, the Triangle of Madness looking to take over the AEW Women's Division and currently undefeated as a trio.
Still got some backstage stuff, man. I got that jumped way behind.
Of course, Thekla right now, one of the most twisted minds we have seen arrive here in AEW. And of course, these three women were part of the winning side of the first ever women's blood and guts match at the expense of Jamie Hayter and the Timeless Love Bombs and our AEW Women's World Champion, Kris Statlander, and the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions that came to be.
I know this is AEW, but I'm super pumped for all the GCW this weekend.
Hey, it's all good to be pumped up for wrestling. That's fun. And speaking of being pumped up, here is
Flames of Wrath
across the entire women's roster.
JJ's gonna dance.
Team champions, Willow Nightingale and Harley.
Dance,
Cameron.
JJ, dance.
I don't know about all that. You got a super chat for me to dance. I don't dance for free.
We're not trying to get off the air. That being said, Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale coming off the defensive course against Athena Mercedes Moné, all smiles at the celebrating last week, as Willow Nightingale is our new two-time smiling face at TBS, with Stat Daddy, the AEW Women's World Champion, and her forever sister back in her corner.
What would there not be to smile about? You got all the titles, and then your best friend came back on your side.
Harley Cameron, who literally said her two parents are back together. Of course, Harley Cameron, the youngest of these three. 3 years, of course, in her professional wrestling career. And Kris Statlander, of course, who has been AEW Women's World Champion since being Timeless Toy Storm at All Out and overcoming Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné, and Timeless Toy Storm Mina Shirakawa so far in her run. And we saw this past Saturday how well this trio worked together against High-End and Maya World and Burt Vixen.
You talk about opposite feelings, man. Babes of Wrath gives me this bubbly smile, the inner air. I can't smile in my heart smiles. Then you look at the other three, and it's like darkness and heat. I'm like, God damn.
The definition of yin and yang and pureness versus toxicity. Bell reigns were underway. And of course, Thekla, the only member of this women's roster that Kris Statlander has yet to get in the ring with in one-on-one action.
We are getting a teaser right now.
She's putting her money where her mouth is starting the match, though.
Well, how much has Thekla been calling out Kris Statlander as of late, but been running away whenever Statlander came backstage and they were assaulting local talent? And of course, Julia Hart and Kris Statlander, their kids over the TBS championship, speaks for itself.
Right after I give her credit, she tags herself out.
At the end of the day, Thekla is all about the mental warfare right now against the AEW Women's World Champion. Of course, Julia Hart and Kris Statlander fought over the TBS championship. The side headlock. Of course, Julia Hart beat Kris Statlander for the TBS championship without even pinning her, thanks to Sky Blue and that triple threat at Full Gear.
I literally gave her credit. She's like, nope.
Am I the only one who doesn't like that the Babes of Wrath come out to Willow's song? I kind of wish they had like their own.
There's the
Their
power
own theme
Statlander
song.
backdrop suplex. I'm fine with it personally because at the end of the day, it's got the personality of Harley Cameron, and it's also got that upbeat nature that Willow Nightingale brings. Again, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron really complete each other.
No,
Yeah,
Willow's
I was gonna say, I think it's just you, Nick. I
Cover
love
back,
Willow's
press
theme
you.
song.
No,
Count
I
Barbie Edwards.
like Willow's theme for Willow. I just kind of wish that
Yep.
when they come out as the
Okay.
Babes of Wrath, it was something
Get the
different.
midsection.
You wish they
No.
had their own theme as a tag team.
Yeah.
Well, they
Nice
added the
roundhouse.
Babes of Wrath chant at the beginning.
Charging in with the sling blade on Julia Hart. Nicely done. Back press. Look at the far leg by Harley. Gets a 2 count. We recently celebrated her birthday, by the way. Happy belated birthday to Harley Cameron.
Damn, she whiplashed her right there.
A tag made of Willow Nightingale. That's to the corner. Of course, Willow Nightingale, Julia Hart. Willow Nightingale beat Julia Hart for her first TBS championship. Tag team combination here. Dropping Harley on Julia. And Willow with
That's
the cover. With the far leg. It's a 2 count.
No, especially he loves when tag teams use each other's body as weapons.
You're damn fucking right. A tag made to Skye Blue, who was born hardcore out of the womb. Big elbow strike.
That she was.
The Irish whip. Speaking blood and guts MVP last year.
Ooh.
Definition of a woman that went to war. Cartwheel forearm in the corner by Skye Blue. Coming out, of course, off that surgery with that plate in her ankle.
If anyone needs a stunt double when they're wrestling Willow, I'm willing to take all the bumps.
The reason why I'm the play-by-play, folks, is the most integrity. Short range clotheslines in the corner by Willow Nightingale, also made official this weekend on Maximum Carnage Collision. Skye Flight 6 on the Don Callis families. El Clone, Josh Alexander, and the Protostar Kyle Fletcher again, folks, will be coming Collision Sunday, 3 p.m. Standard Time due to prior obligations. Also, the problem, Rhea Shafir looks to show that she's the real deal against Sada Steele. And also, Andrade Igalo will take on Angelico. Senton, great trios combination by Cosmic Bands of Rap. Kris Statlander in with the knee to the back of the head, taking Skye Blue back down to earth. Shoots the half. Here's the cover up the far leg. It's a 1 count. And also, Eddie King and Ortiz will take on the grizzled young veterans. Perpetual motion here by the Cosmic Bands of Rap, who, about to add, second time ever as a trio. Speaking of women's tag teams, trios, and duos, we will also have Megan Bain and Penelope Ford has been
Yeah.
We'll be back in
She's
action.
back.
Nice.
Good to see the super bad girl back in play. Oh, man. And also, Jungle Jack Perry will be taking on the 5-tool player, Anthony Bowens, in singles action. Skye Blue cover on Harley Cameron, though. It's a 2 count.
The women's division is freaking stacked, dude.
The evolution of the women's division continues to be on full display as we continue this match. In Restaurant Clyde, picture in picture. Don't go anywhere. Fuck television.
See, and this
You
is
gotta
I hope-
wonder.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, JJ. Sorry.
You gotta wonder with Penelope Ford being back, what that's gonna do with Bane and Marina Shafir.
Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did hear on the close-up with Renee Paquette, which I highly encourage you all to go watch with Marina Shafir. There's a lot of similarities when it comes to Shafir and Megan Bain. She constantly wants to grow. She's constantly working in and out of AEW, taking any day she can. Let's not forget, of course, part of Stardom's Empress Nexus Venus. And she's a woman that doesn't need to speak because her statuesque volume in the ring and the action that she brings speaks for itself. Much like Marina Shafir, who barely speaks. I talked about before with that team I call the Mega Problems, precision and power. So I'm curious how much longer that will go because that was really a roll of the dice when you think about Penelope Ford's injury. Cover now by Thekla and Harley gets a 2 count. And of course,
Why can't they be a trios and Penelope Ford can be their mouthpiece?
That's very possible, actually, because Penelope Ford is definitely far more vocal than those two. If you remember, of course, the combination of her and the Bunny. And you do also bring up a point, considering she also used to be with Joy Janela. I like that idea, Ash, because when I think about a faction, I talk about the Hurt Syndicate bringing all the tools. You got the mouthpiece, you got the excellence in execution, and you got the power. When you look at the Triangle of Madness, you got the young youth, relentless experience, but you also got Thekla, who leads by example, who's still very young in herself. Cover, also more comfortable in speaking. 2 count for Julia Hart on Harley Cameron. And the Mega Problem is you got the power, you got the precision, and then you have the voice and maybe a strategy that'll be forward. It does feel like we're getting more of a trios dynamic in the women's division that could set up more for the Tag Team Championships and the World Championship, which is really pleasant to see.
So,
And plus, it also gives another heel team for the Cosmic Babes of Wrath to feud with, other than the Triangle of Madness.
Well, considering the Triangle Madness, they get the win tonight, they got to be right back in the running for the tag titles, I would think.
Well, I propose something else.
Go
You
for
can
it.
have
Here we go.
you can have Penelope Ford and
Come
Megan Bayne
on, 2 count.
be their own team, and you can have Marina team with somebody else.
What do you have in mind,
Tag
Nick?
mate.
Who?
There is a certain woman that has been
Isn't that
recently a free agent. What about Marina and Killer Kelly?
That's definitely a thought I didn't think about. And you are right, as Killer Kelly, of course, has also announced that she is currently looking for bookings and is a free agent. I do like that idea of the former student of Ring Convener, precision striking from Portugal, being with the menace from Moldova. I like that a lot, actually. That's a really good idea. But again, only time will tell. And right now, let's just give credit where credit's due. AEW Women's Division is shining brighter than ever in depth and characters. We are back here at AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage for this trios match as Thekla is rearranging the face of Harley Cameron, looking to punch her to get closer towards maybe the AEW Women's World Championship as the Babes of Wrath with the Cosmic Killer take on the Triangle of Madness.
So I honestly think that last year and already the beginning of this year, Tony signing complimentary pieces, because I don't really think there's that big free agent piece unless Pam's deal is up.
Right now, Willow and Kris dropped down by the Sisters of Sin.
So I really think right now, last year and this year, I think he's even said it. Tony's even said it in an interview. Like he's looking at complimentary pieces.
Thekla coming and showed with the hair whip last, taking them both down.
To not only compliment the women, but also the men. So I think that's where his signings are going. Please, for the love of God, sign Busta in the Brain.
Statlander looking to be tagged into this match against the Toxic Spider. Harley Cameron there, tag mate to the AEW Women's World Champion. No running now, Thekla. Now Thekla charging forward here, eats a forearm, and Kris Statlander face first goes Thekla. Of course, Thekla coming back from Stardom excursion here most recently, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, escorting Clark Connors down the Wrestle Kingdom rampway. Julia Hart caught into a backbreaker.
Is she married or in a relationship with Clark Connors?
I think it's a relationship at this point. When you're calling yourself sex and violence, it speaks for itself. Catapult to Skye Blue in the second turnbuckle. Kris Statlander on fire here, running uppercut as she constantly keeps on testing herself with the rising knee strike. Looking up Thekla. Bitch and no good driver. Spin out. Cover. Turn Skye. And everyone breaks it up.
Damn.
Keep the Triangle Madness hopes alive towards golden ambitions here after the night. Of course, Kris Statlander currently going out alone. Double arm rigger here, being out of the minds by Stat, though. Again, the familiarity that Statlander has with Julia Hart. Oh, and Skye Blue. Just planting her down, swinging a miss. Skye Blue off the ropes, up and around, taking the champ down at DDT.
That's just being a one-woman wrecking crew right now.
And Willow planting Skye Blue with a spine buster. Ooh.
Harley Cameron needs to tie her boot. She's going to slip on that lace.
Willow partner Harley Cameron, though, with the backstabber. Now Kris Statlander, who is still legal. That made a Harley Cameron. They're going to be in serious trouble here. Hoisted up. And trio tag made now by Harley to Willow. What is going on here? Taken down. Face first goes Thekla. And Willow right now with Harley on her back. Double Centron drop. Cover. That's all they want to touch in. 2 counts. Great teamwork here on both sides. Loving the cohesion. Oh! Super kick. Rolling forearm. The Sisters stand hoisting up Harley up on the shoulder. Oh! Julia Hart and Skye Blue planting Harley Cameron. Kris Statlander rolling double discus lariats. Thekla still legal for her side, though. Rolling elbow connects. And Willow Nightingale, I believe, is legal for the Cosmic Babes of Wrath. Just ran over Thekla with that lariat.
Dude, that clothesline was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now Willow Nightingale with the gut wrench, looking for the Babe with the power. Uh-oh. Thekla able to counter. Thekla able to reverse it, though. Working around tonight. Oh, that big elbow rocks Willow the corner. Underneath the jaw. That's Thekla right now. Sees Willow on her side. The tag was made. Spear!
Ooh, she spares that line.
Yeah, Kris Statlander put Willow out of the way. And Julia Hart and Skye Blue neutralizing Willow on the outside. Now Thekla with the curb stop. Kris Statlander down the cover by Thekla. And Thekla just pinned the AEW Women's World Champion.
Wow.
Well, it looks like you're talking next contender, possibly.
That's a hell of a statement right there, especially for somebody you never met one-on-one.
Bro, that statement speaks volumes.
Dude, give me that match at Revolution.
You just
yeah.
Well, actually, you wouldn't be there. Either way, though, Triangle of Madness starting the new year off right with
JJ's going.
Kris Statlander tonight.
JJ's going to Revolution.
Are you sure about that?
That's what he said, didn't he?
Oh, that's right. Look, too many shows going on. Y'all going to too many shows, all right?
Ooh, I can't wait for
Legit, like I'm still tripping on it all, yo.
I said you should be. I know you're not tripping over the fact that Thekla just pinned Kris Statlander for the first time ever.
Guys, I can't wait for Stat versus Thekla. That's going to be balling.
Let's fucking go. That's strong style right there, and that's a first time ever matchup. Yeah, another first time ever matchup.
But
I'm
that's where it's at, you know. I mean, just.
Well, I'm about to say, when you're a champion that leads by example and actually put the future forward, you know, it is what it is. And
we got to find contender somehow, right? Right?
I might go to AEW Sacramento just to put an application in to be an AEW cameraman. Because
God damn it, Walter!
I wonder why.
That's Skye Blue camera shot.
There's going to be a clause in Walter's contract that he only films the women's matches.
I want y'all to realize something. Usually I'm surrounded by one idiot, if not two idiots. I got 4 buffoons with me tonight. So please pray for me.
Hold up. Time out. Did you just call the lovely Ash a buffoon?
Yes, he did.
Look, even Ash can be the buffoon tag. All right. I got Canadians here. I'm just saying.
I think it's ludicrous how AEW is going to Winnipeg.
Bitch, you've got how many pay-per-views? Shut up.
I'm still.
This is justified.
I am still calling it the Dynamite after Dynasty will be in Toronto because they haven't announced it yet. They're hidden everywhere else up there. Like, dude, I think the Dynamite after is going to be Toronto.
I don't think. Maybe.
What? Wait.
Let's be real.
It wouldn't be. It couldn't be because they're on the West Coast. It'd be too far.
Let's be real here. When doesn't AEW go to Toronto?
This is accurate. That being said, here's someone else that's accurate. On a crazy-ass, incredible night.
Long live Bandido!
Darby Allin got freedom from Pac. Kenny Omega, Swerve, and came on the page with their sights be known. The Don Cast family earned a tag title shot, and Thekla just pinned their Women's World Champion. This madness will continue to unfold, folks, because our main event is next. MJF versus Bandido for the AEW World Championship. And for those that are actually watching Dynamite to hear what the fuck's going on, Jet Speed just got called in by him and Adam Page to challenge the Ops this Saturday. They do Trios Championships.
Jet Speed got recruited by the Swerve and Hangman.
I feel like that's gonna be a. They're gonna end up facing them. That's how they're gonna get their wins.
I'm about to say, you got earned your opportunity here, but of course you saw that Samoa Joe had that bounty put out, of course, on him by that bounty put on by Samoa Joe. So we'll have to see what happens tonight. But again, as the madness continues to unfold, legitimately, this is one of the most fun calls I've done so far this year, and that's saying something considering only 14 days in after Wrestle Kingdom 20. So thank you, everybody that is tuning in. Again, I hope you're enjoying the madness that the friends of the Sleep Lab Studios, the commentary partners of me, where I'm calling it with 1, 2, or 3, or 4 buffoons, it seems. Hope you're all enjoying it. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want more of this, either on Wednesday night or some other night of the week, Super Chat, PayPal, Patch is as simple as that. Again, I don't know if this is going to become a regular Wednesday thing, but I will say Wednesdays right now are the most fun for me to cover because this type of madness unfolds and this type of product happens. But again, we cover all the biggest shows, specials across all things wrestling, Shout out WFM, including not limited to AEW,
right
NXT,
now.
TNA, HOG, GCW, JCW, other independent promotions, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Japanese Wrestling, you name it, we do it. So again, please stay tuned for everything that's to come this weekend with TNA Wrestling and GCW particularly. And hope everyone's just had a fun time tonight enjoying AEW Dynamite as maximum carnage unfolds on screen and maximum tomfoolery unfolds on YouTube, it seems.
It seems like it's Wednesday wackiness instead of Saturday shenanigans.
That's because I got friggin' 4 wackos with me tonight.
Well,
Dude,
I don't.
I'll be here every Wednesday. I just need the link. Just throw me the link.
I don't know. I know Noah hasn't seen this because he doesn't click. He doesn't scroll.
And fucking right.
It was mentioned in the chat room. But while we have this little hiatus before the main event, I do want to go ahead and show the graphic. Noah, are you ready for this? I'd say make sure you're sitting down, but you're already in your chair. So
What the hell are you about to show me?
Oh,
What?
I told you.
Wow.
Yeah,
The Rascals!
all four.
all
of them.
4 rascals
And
All
this
4
is
of
why-
them.
are all elite.
And
Smoke
this
if
is
you
why-
got 'em.
Oh!
And if you look, I'm ahead of you guys, so pay attention to your screens.
Well, smoke them if you got them. Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, Myron Reed, and Desmond Xavier are all elite.
Wait a minute.
Are they
All
changing
four.
their? They're probably going to change them.
Oh, there you go. There's the video
Nope.
right there.
Yeah, there it is. Mushrooms.
The
On
Rascals are coming soon to AEW.
Nice.
I'm
More
telling
tag
you,
teams.
the
This is
rascals.
what we
get
need. More
Alexander,
tag teams.
get
Oh,
Alexander
yeah.
out of the Callis family. Put the rascals, Alexander, Kevin
Wow.
Knight, Speedball all together.
Yeah, and
Call them
this is
the
why.
Impact players.
And remember
Ooh,
how
that's
I
a good
just
idea.
remember how I just talked about Killer Kelly?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who is
I
Killer
think you might be
Kelly?
on to- I
Who's
can't
Killer
believe I'm saying
Kelly?
this. I think you might be on to something, Nick.
Who is Killer Kelly married to?
Myron
Myron
Reed.
Young Goat.
Wow.
Dude, AEW does some serious TNA scouting.
I
Yeah,
told
I'll
you.
say, total nonstop action. Maximum Carnage continues, and there it is official this Saturday. The Ops defend the AEW Trios champions against Heyman Page and Jet Speed. The first time these 3 men come together since August last year. But in the meantime, it's Mammon time on Dynamite. Maximum
Are we sure-
Carnage, take it away.
Are we sure TNA's relationship is with WWE?
Yeah.
The jury is out.
Can I make a bold prediction for 26? I know that we were doing this on TISM, but I'm gonna make one right here, right now. You ready?
Go for it, bro.
With all of these TNA signings, I would not put it past Tony to again do a brand split, and then you're gonna have Danielson taking care of Dynamite, and you're gonna have what's his face?
Don Callis?
No, the Canadian promotion.
Oh,
Got
Scott
the
Moore.
Got the more.
Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling.
Got the more.
And you're gonna have Scott D'Amore running Collision.
Well, you can only hope for that. But in the meantime, Nick, while you're trying to prophesize the future of the AEW product, let's see what happens tonight as Bandido, the most wanted, takes on MJF for the first time ever for the AEW World Championship. And of course, Bandido is also the second man ever to hold the Dynamite Diamond Ring and earn the opportunity for this title because of it.
He's the only other man aside from him. Damn shit. That's
Right?
AEW's cooking right now. The fact that you signed the
Legitimately.
Rascals, you signed Jake Doyle. Again, I would not put it past Tony to sign Killer Kelly. He got Josh Alexander. He's got Speedball Mike Bailey. I mean, Dion is here. How far is Steve Macklin?
I
Ooh,
don't
that's
know,
another
actually.
shout. That's another shout. That's another possibility. Although,
But you also, Deanna Purrazzo has never felt more comfortable about pursuing higher education now that she is the bearer of the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship, a title that basically was designed for her, as she is one of the
Right.
only few technicians left in this business of women's professional wrestling.
in North America,
What's the Walter, Noah, you guys know. What's the segment that the Rascals do?
The Treehouse.
The Treehouse.
Imagine the Treehouse on AEW.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, let's go
And-
down to
Maybe
main
better
event.
than the learning tree,
All right,
that's for
let's focus
sure.
on the two men that matter here right now.
And don't forget the Masha has legal issues. TNA might release her, and then guess what? What happens after that?
Masha's already released.
Although to be fair, like I know TNA has like a lot of releases, but AEW should not like to what you say all the time, Nick. They can't be signing so many, like keep signing all these like TNA releases, much like how they can't be signing all the WWE releases because they're going to have like a super massive bloated roster that's already bloated enough as is.
But
Well,
this
the
is
problem
why
that there's only so many spots available in this business on the main stage. So either AEW or WWE or TNA, it's
Or
basically
indies.
Just imagine Masha get her legal issues out of the way. Then AEW signs her. Masha versus Shafir.
all right. Enough talk about signings and bookings and budget cuts to come. All right, let's focus on MJF. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's focus on the AEW Men's World Championship.
I know sorry Noah, sorry to go off track a little bit.
It's all good. I approve of it as long as it doesn't overshadow what's most important here. And in AEW, nothing's more important right now than that triple B in the hands of Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
In all fairness, the bell hasn't rung yet.
But this is why I'm saying with him signing all of this talent, if you even if you don't call it a brand split, I think he even trademarked transfer portal or something. I'm pretty sure that was a trademark that he had. Dude, I'm telling you, I sound crazy, but if you split these rosters and make each show a destination for its own specific style of wrestling, it can work. I'm
Bell
not
rings.
crazy.
Well,
Bell ring. Save it for shenanigans, Nick.
Bell ring.
Crazy. You can fantasy book AEW all you want to be show 1 and show 2. At the end of the day, that's up to Tony Khan. But right now, we're dealing with January 14th, 2026. And we got Bandido and MJF wrestling for the first ever one-on-one for AEW Richest Prize 2.
Dude, the tension could be cut with a knife. Listen to the crowd.
I mean, look at the difference here. One person's 29 years old. They want to roll up and cover by Bandido. Gets a 2 count. Don't blink, by the way, folks. Referee
Isn't
is Connor
Bandido
Bryce
29?
Rensburg.
No,
How old did it
Maxwell,
say Bandido?
29.
How old did it say Bandido was?
30.
Really?
Bandido's 30 years old, 5'7", 183 pounds, been involved in this game for 15 years. MJF is 29 years of age, 5'11", 205 pounds, and been involved in this game for 10 years.
Fuck that.
Yeah, remember in Mexico, in Mexico, you could start at 15.
I know, but just looking at Bandido and he's 30, it's like, fuck, I let myself go.
And of course, we've been calling Bandido's run since last year, but of course he won the Ring of Honor World Championship at Dynasty against Chris Jericho and going on to defend against the likes of Hechicero and Konosuke Takeshita in 2 matches your candidates that you called yourself, Walter. Bandido up and around, tilt the world, deep arm drag, take over by MJF. Of course, MJF coming off last year, beating Mystico for the CML Men's World Championship and losing it back once again to Mystico. Part of the Hurst previously against the cover Lyra Press gets a 2 count.
This ain't no Mystical. Get it together, MJF.
2 count only.
Yeah,
Again.
you're dealing with a world champion here.
Super the leg.
MJF hasn't had a chance to breathe since the bell rung.
I expected that nonetheless here, especially by Bandido. Bandido with the advantage so far in the speed department right now, beating MJF.
He put the gun to his head. Why is MJF not moving like it's a real gun?
Right in the eyes.
You
know
put
a
his hands up
scumbag
too.
always has a plan. That's what that comes down to.
Yo, seeing
Right
the
now.
White Castle barricade, it makes me want to burn.
Overhead military press by Bandido.
That's how they get
One
you. That's how
arm.
the advertising gets
And that's
you.
why we can't have abs, Nick.
I was gonna
I know,
say,
man.
seeing all the White Castle stuff makes me think. I thought WWE was the only one that over promoted.
Right?
At least it's only on one barricade and not every turnbuckle or every weapon. And right now, Bandido looking for something. Try me, JJ. And right now, Bandido. Open Cena against MJF.
MJF is from New York. I think White Castle originated in New York, New Jersey.
Crashing face
I
first
think.
on top of the barricade. And think it's only one LED barricade that freaking advertisement's on. Outside the ring.
It's also all over the announce table.
Well, duh, you always have it at the announce table because you have to have the announcers plug stuff. It's almost like why they plug action figures every time. And right now, Bandido is trying to literally disengage MJF from his championship, going up to the top rope, and MJF rolls out of harm's way.
Smart.
The irony, because Brian Danielson is freaking vegan and he promote White Castle.
Yeah, I don't
For real.
think that's fun to.
Brian Danielson's vegan and he's got that big ass White Castle right in front of him.
Hopefully
Although
it's
they do have those impossible sliders.
right now.
We
we're
don't have
not
He's
we
so
don't
good.
have White Castle in Canada, so
Yeah, that's true. We don't have one here in Winnipeg either.
Y'all in Canada are weird. Anyway, double wrist lock right now by MJF.
I mean, you're
we
not
don't have
that.
it. What do you mean, man? Why are we weird? We don't have it.
So,
Y'all
certain
don't
parts
have
of
freaking burger joint.
certain parts of Canada borderline New York, so it wouldn't be far for them.
And pump handle by MJF right now.
No, they
Bandido.
don't.
Oh man!
Niagara Falls.
Cover 2. No.
That's Buffalo. You don't consider that New York.
Damn.
No, I don't even know how
That's
to
cold blooded.
I don't
Right?
even
Buffalo.
That's
We don't say
Nick.
we don't say that's New York. We say it's Buffalo.
True. They say that about New Rochelle too.
Yeah, man. We don't.
geography, not defined by the map apparently, and neither is anatomy according to MJF when it comes to how many different ways you can wrench an arm on a
What did
ring.
you say, honey?
Dude is doing the Macarena.
When people say, okay, when you
Yep.
say, I know that it's Buffalo, New York, but when you say
Bandido up the top.
New
Oh!
York to, I mean, us here, we think like Manhattan, New York. We don't think Buffalo. Buffalo is just Buffalo.
Buffalo is just Buffalo.
Yeah.
That sounds like a shirt. Seriously. Big elbow strike by Bandido to MJF as both these men at center. And Bandido, why the fuck are you doing the Macarena like a time like this? Big right hand, though, catching MJF. Maybe that actually caught him off guard. Irish whip. Emberfro attempted. MJF able to scout it, though. Irish whip, handspring. Boots up. MJF was looking
Wait,
for
you
that
just
shot.
got to the Macarena?
2 count.
Sorry?
You
Sidestep.
just got to the
Oh!
Macarena, Noah?
Oh,
And pinpoint kick to left arm. That was a little while ago. Double underhook and MJF. Oh, shoulder breaker over the knee. And MJF obviously softening that arm for the Fujiwara. Saw the arm bar with a hard whip in the corner. Cover 2 count only. That game plan by MJF on full display here.
Interesting.
dude, this show has
Plays
flown
into the
by.
finish.
Now, that's
Yo,
what
I can't
Dynamite
believe
does
we're at the
sometimes.
main event.
About stage,
You know
Raw
what?
versus Pride, picture, fuck television.
The pacing of this show, and even last week, but this week, like it's flown. You didn't even notice it.
Well, again, you don't consider time when you're actually engaged in the product and it actually flows like it should to a degree, while not overlapping or overwhelming you with anything. And right now, MJF is controlling this entire match, stepping on Bandido's arm. The focus attack on the left arm, obviously setting up for the Saw the Art Fujiwara armbar. And MJF has always been a thinking man's wrestler, calculated as the day is long. There's a reason why MJF wrestles so much more differently than anybody else in AEW, if we're being perfectly honest here.
Right. Whereas everyone works at a fast pace, MJF is a slow and steady type of person.
Yeah. Well, it's also to his his heel tactics. But I want to ask, and so if I'm stealing anybody's thunder, I apologize. JJ, I know that you haven't been a big proponent of AEW because you haven't watched enough of it. How do you find the show? And if you can recall back to when I think it was just before the holidays, we did a call and I asked you what you were looking for in 2026, and you said cohesion. Do you feel like you're getting that, or you've gotten that so far with the 2 shows that you've seen? If you saw last week.
Well, I mean, we're only 2 shows into the year, but I would say overall, yes. I mean,
Okay.
I didn't watch Collision, So I don't know if there's cohesion going from Dynamite to Collision and then back to Dynamite. But, I did say that they were getting a lot better and they seem to be on that trend. Everything seems to be on an upwards tick right now in a lot of different aspects. So they just need to keep the momentum going.
Mhm.
We've got freaking Davis and Doyle now as number one contenders. Where do they go with that? How quickly do we see the tag title match? Do we get it next week on Dynamite? Do we get it at whatever the February special is?
Yeah.
Do we have to wait till Revolution? I don't think anyone's going to give a shit if we have to wait till Revolution.
Which is in March. It's only a couple weeks. 6 weeks, I think.
It's in 2 months. Literally 2 months from tomorrow.
So eight weeks away.
And let's be real. Nobody is buying tickets to see Doyle and Davis challenge FTR. They need to do that match beforehand. That way we can have a solid contender for the pay-per-view.
And of course, our solid contender right now is Bandido against MJF for the AEW World Championship as MJF pops the hips and holds the head for control, looking for his own. You gotta be fucking kidding.
Tres amigos. That looked like a brainbuster more than a suplex, the first one.
A big old FU to anyone that was a fan of Eddie Guerrero.
Hey, it could be contribution, Noah.
Well, I mean, he was the guy that did lie, cheat, and steal. MJF has pretty much wrote a book on that since being part of AEW and prior to that, so I'll give you that. And thinking man, also a man of the game that has literally been under tutelage under some of the greats, including Lord William Regal, and has also seen some of the greats. You forget about the resume of MJF and buying the hand of Bandido. Not just in luchadors, but just the world champions that he has been. Not just Samoa Joe, him and I picked and Swerve Strickland at World's End, but everyone that MJF has overcome since being part of AEW by Bandido.
Oh, look at the strength. Look at that strength.
Great strength by the Ring of Fire World Champion. A match of champion versus champion here, might I add.
Dude, Bandido has some strength for a man his size, dude.
Right?
Dude, give me Bandido in an international title.
Suzuka Okada? I mean, he's already faced Suzuka Okada for the Continental Championship. Let's not forget, Bandido is one of 4 men that pinned Okada last year.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a tag match, but nonetheless.
I feel like this year will be the year of Bandido.
Bandido's been running. He's been running ROH.
But Bandido could also become the first man to hold ROH and AEW World Championship gold up and around, taking a DDT on MJF. And now Bandido hoisting MJF again with the overhead military press on one arm. Are you kidding me?
And it's good when he fights people like MJF size because they can still make him look so good.
And now Bandido look through his hand. And MJF
Oh, no.
Man, sometimes I wish AEW sold plushies because I would totally buy a Bandido plushie.
Oh, bloody hell.
Here
MJF,
we go.
the earth. Roll up. 2 count.
Damn it, Ash.
What?
Step.
You don't got you don't have a wall of plushies behind you already.
But I don't have a Bandido one.
Are you outside?
So did you guys hear that AEW and New Japan are having a card game or something?
Yeah, I believe they talked about that at Wrestle Kingdom a little bit. Nice toe pick on Hilo by Bandido. Weapon MJF on the outside. Of course, Tiger joins his hands via pinfall submission inside the ring.
You pretty much have a plush of fame, Ash.
That's what I do. I collect plushies.
Everyone's got their habits. And right now, Bandido looking to become a belt collector. And here's the right MJF going over the barricade into the audience.
You're
doing everything he can to prevent Bandido from flying.
Wait a second, Ash. You say that, and Bandido. No way. From the top.
MJF has been studying Samoa Joe because he did the nope like twice. If you looked at it,
Right?
Bandido friggin' flyer miles flying over the barricade while MJF found the audience.
And he just
What
earned
Tony,
a
do you
free
want to go to
flight.
Vancouver?
Party.
He just earned a free flight.
So
Come on,
there's
honey.
a replay here.
That's the same area that Darby and freaking Pac were all over.
Good lord.
Banana.
Distance on that.
They showed the replay like 3 times.
I mean, again, that was
Because there ain't nothing happening in the ring, so figure to show
Now
some
back
action.
inside the ring. And right now, oh no! MJF Skye that arm with the double knee breaker to that left arm. He's been working over this entire match.
Setting him up for the armbar, you know it.
Okay, by Bandido, trying to create separation, springing up to the top rope again. Tornado out of the corner, hooking the far leg at 2 counts. MJF, of course, the AEW Men's World Champion, holding the Triple B. Poison Rana sends MJF back up on his feet, spinning Solve up, bends him over. Bandido found the
Top rocks.
cover 2! No!
When he hit him with that poison Rana, I thought he was just gonna push him in the ropes and try the 21 shot.
Two high impact moves though on MJF's head. Still not enough though to seize the AEW World Championship.
Hey, if Roxanne Perez hit that, it would have been enough.
I mean, she's lost recently with Pop Rocks, to be fair, which is also a code red in its own right. But I do understand your point.
It wins more matches than the Blue Thunder Bomb.
That's
I
all.
didn't say it this time. I didn't say it this time.
Those are fighting words.
Right
you're
now,
done,
Bandido
you're
looking for the 21 plex. MJF holding on for everything he's worth. And again, the arm giving out the strength neutralized for Bandido to rip MJF off those ropes.
I thought he was gonna make the referee pop out of position and low blow him with that kick he does.
Looking for that man. Oh! Big boot to the jaw, Bandido. The Irish whip by MJF sends Bandido to the apron. And looking to maybe cook him up for that heat seeker implant DDT. The way he stole the title at World's End against Samoa Joe. Bandido will defend him off in a slingshot. Cover! Cover! 2 lateral press and a 2 counts. Didn't get full of the press though, but still, Bandido able to kick out with the right arm, the good arm. Still not enough here right now. We're at a reset point here, guys and gal.
Bandido.
Crowd jam fight forever by MJF's prime target has been that left arm this entire match. Not going for the submission, but going for the pinfall that last moment. Of course, MJF, I mean, told that he's always taking on his knees, particularly in matches. Quite impressed he hasn't done that so far here. Might be finally looking, though, to hit that heat seeker. Bandido in position. Bandido kicks him off again. Again, how strong Bandido is, though. Oh! Because again, MJF with the Enziguri.
He's not going to be as strong the way he got his arm worked over.
I'm about to say he still has a strong core, even stronger heart. Shooting star press! Cover 2! No!
That was close, too. That was super close.
You wonder
Almost
how
gave
many
Noah a
shots
heart
Bandido
attack.
has left. Look at this picture perfect shooting star press, full lateral on MJF. Look at the far leg, but still kicks out. And the way he immediately grasps his arm off that kick out.
Mm-hmm.
You see how slow Bandido also is to capitalize here. I wonder how much these moves are taking out Bandido versus MJF at this point. As once again, he's looking at the jackpot for the 21 plan. MJF lands on his feet, though. The side step, up and over.
Stick
Go
Bill.
red denied. Oh, Bandido lands on his feet out of a slammer. Inside cradle by MJF, though. Small package to retain. Kick out at 2 by Bandido.
Smash
Great
is moving.
sunset flip. MJF, the roll up by Bandido now. Reversal by MJF. Look at the single leg.
Ooh,
Bandido
this
now.
referee is getting a workout.
Right?
MJF.
Just
Look at
like
that flat
these
straight times
reversals.
here. MJF, Bandido, the cover, reversal, both men trying for position, not using the ropes. Bandido, 2. Oh, man, nearly got it.
Yeah, that referee was like, "What the hell?" I hope he did his cardio.
Rapid fire pinfall exchange here by MJF and Bandido deep in this championship affair. The pump kick, though, and the gut wrench. Looking for that X knee up in the fireman's carry. Argentine backbreaker position. Bandido's got MJF.
Oh shit, he got it.
X.
And look where he set up at. Look where he landed.
Just perfect setup for the 21 plex if he lands it.
Time, be the charm to hit the jab. Bandido looking for the 21 plex.
Oh shit, he got it.
But he's unable to hold on. Unable to bridge.
Oh, because of his arm.
Yeah, exactly. He got too much work done on it.
Too much. He gave MJF way too much time.
It's 2 and it's not enough.
Into an armbar.
Makes you think MJF was playing possum to catch him into it.
That was smart as shit. He did. I think he did do that, Ash.
Well, again, look at the positioning, by the way, guys. Center of the ring with that Fujiwara armbar right now. And MJF's body is in between Bandido and the ropes. Bandido attempted to crawl forward to find a break to continue, holding his hopes alive for the AEW World Championship. MJF, though, great scouting, bringing Bandido back towards center. Turn the body again. Now going into a crossface. That's a yes lock, actually.
Wow.
She's with Bryan Danielson, a man that he beat, of course, in an Iron Man match in sudden death.
With that same move, too, by the way.
Again, Bandido will not submit, though. You see the defiance of the Ring of Honor World Champion, but his body might waver before his spirit. Bryce Remsburg in perfect position.
I have breaking news.
Oh, that president showed it to the neck.
Wait.
That is it. That is it.
Oh, he passed out. He didn't tap.
That was a great match.
MJF retains. What a match.
He didn't tap, though. He passed out.
Oh, he did not. That was a great match.
The body gave out before the spirit, but regardless, MJF is still the AEW World Champion. One defense in his second run.
I have breaking news.
The wire's hanging out of the chair. The wire's in the chair.
Apparently, according to the CMLL official Twitter page, both Mascara Dorada and Persephone have signed dual contracts to AEW.
All right, well, until I see an official thing, I am just going to say congratulations if that is the case, as I do believe the Black Widow has all the makings of a future champion. And Mascara Dorada was a breakout star last year, of course.
Hang on, MJF has a mic. MJF's got a mic.
Well,
MJF has control of the belt and the ring and our TV time remaining.
Go ahead, no.
I'm just waiting to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
I say, look how much he took out on MJF. He can barely speak, can barely stand.
I know.
Hell of a match. Hell of a first.
Here we go.
Bandido. When they say we're going to be able to world champion, I laughed. But after wrestling you, it seems very apparent. They're right. I think he's a two-day world champion.
MJF is giving him credit?
And fair share of sportsmanship.
Victor's a cat.
Yeah. Just relax. Chill out.
But dude, I can't believe I'm going to say this. We're going to be a world champion one day. In All Elite Wrestling.
When I'm dead, probably.
Which unfortunately means I have to do this. Oh, come on!
See, there it is.
MJF.
After what we just freaking saw from these two.
You freaking scumbag.
What more does he actually need to do? Come on.
Did you guys just hear my voice?
Mm-mm.
Teasing that he's going to unmask him.
Oh, no. Come on. That's going too far. We know how sacrilegious a mask is to a luchador.
That's super disrespectful.
Yo, imagine Brody King turns right now.
I'm about to say, and wait a minute, and to your point, there's Big Bad Brody who was not going to stand by for that.
MJF is just making more and more He's making more and more enemies. I don't know how smart this is. You already got a target on your back with the damn title.
Hey, at least it builds up contenders for that title, though, especially like giving like how much breaks are in between pay-per-views, especially for the first half of the year for AEW.
That's an incredible effort, though, by Bandido.
Dude, this show was hooping.
Bandido,
This show
Brothers Forever.
fired. This fired on all cylinders, man.
And Maximum Carnage continues forward this Saturday with Collision again. Andrade versus Angelico. We'll hear FTR now knowing who the number one contender challenges will be. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz will take on the Greens of the Young Veterans in tag team match. We'll see if they grit their teeth. And the Odds will defend the AEW Trios Championships against Heyman, Adam Page, and Jet Speed. Speedball Bailey and Kevin Knight. So much more to come as we leave you tonight from AEW Dynamite Maximum Carnage. Again, this is where the best may truly wrestle. But for now, we bid you a fine adieu for covering tonight AEW. It's been an absolute joy as always for the entire gaggle of fools that I'm honored to always be with. For regular Jared Williams, for Ash, for Nick, for Walter, for Miss Ferrantes, for all of you in the chat. I'm the Seminole Fox, remind you as always, make a pause and pass in life. Have a good night. Walter, cut the fucking feed. We'll see you tomorrow night for TNA on AMC. Man, what a show.
So Andrade's re-debut Saturday.
Si, senor, si. Damn good Dynamite.